and let us begin. Well, just like usual, upon the shores of the river as you're traveling down here on your joyous journey to find Count Laos, another evening passes, and another evening to attempt a dream ritual. New words having been found, time for a ritual circle to begin, and time for a stairway to be passed. But who's passing it around here, we see? Who would like to begin?
I begin. That is how the ritual goes. Howdy, I'm Derp, and I play Trey, the frontline hobgoblin fighter with a pokey stick and no more fancy shield. It's gone forever. Somewhere in Bokrug stepped on
Sarnath.
it? Sarnath, yeah.
The place doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Doom came to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
20.
How do you do that so often? You get
I don't know,
it
but
in
that's
the
a nat
thing.
20.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a crit success, I would assume. I don't know what the DCs for these are.
You're like, wait, that's not.
I'm gonna
that's
say
this way.
47.
No, it's just chilling.
I'm just gonna say it's a success.
Yeah, it's just a success.
I could go next. Are you passing the stairs thing to me? Is that what
Well, in order of operations, it would go to you.
okay.
So
Yeah,
go
yeah.
diplomacy. I thought on performance.
No,
It
it's,
Oh,
can
well, it
go
doesn't
whatever
matter.
order we want.
It goes in whatever order we want. Hi,
because performance is right before the finish.
I'm Colby, and I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue, who has stabby knives, slashy knives, stabby sticks, pokey sticks, and another myriad of weapons. I'm here to fight. I rolled an 8.
We'll see how that goes for you.
It's like a
I mean,
20-something.
Emmy's pretty new to these rituals, so he's still getting the hang of it.
That's 23.
Yeah,
You know nothing about rituals. Not trained in
I
them at all.
took a whole archetype.
he's not a ritualist at all. He's
At all.
he's apprenticing as a ritualist.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger. We're just here. We're just doing rituals. That's a 17 on the dice plus 16. So,
Definitely going to be successful on that one. I know that one for sure. You've rolled that before.
I really love.
My
his
name is
flavor.
Brett. I play Reginald Sedacious Fox. He is a fox who is also a
Reginald?
investigator. And yeah, I don't know. I have a pokey stick, but it's in a thing. It's like a cane thing. You know, what is that called?
A cane
Cane
sword.
sword.
Cane sword.
Exquisite.
It's
could
called an
be.
exquisite. That's right. And I'm rolling for performance, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes. All right. That's not good. That is a
believe-
total of 20.
There's usually one more here for Reese, and I'm just going to see how her dice goes.
That's me.
There's no.
No, I do
he
it.
took trained
I-
in diplomacy.
Yeah, I do
Ah.
Reese's report now.
That's why the
Oh yeah,
order
Cammy's
is
usually the last one.
Yeah.
It
I'm miscounting
actually
because we have
goes
a missing person. Yeah.
like that now.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Cammy's check would be here.
Hold on. Should I re-roll mine?
No,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Cammy's really good at
Don't
this.
worry about it. What could go wrong? It's not like these have failed badly before and just kind of blown up in your face.
That's exactly what.
Pretty decent. Pretty decent there. But, well, everything goes down to our usual quiet. The odd ruby set beside the stairwell among the center of you all. Stairway opens, seemingly successful.
I assume we just fall unconscious and go down.
The bodies do. Your dream selves, so to speak, more than easily travel down these stairs. Takes a while, per usual.
I do have my mirror up so I can at least see me
Yep.
in the other realm.
Though,
I'm in a dream state.
getting down these stairs, you don't go down for long. Unlike usual, travel maybe down what's the equivalency of about 2 flights of stairs, and then you find yourself in a hallway. Just walking. Completely black, there's not much to see beyond a very small amount of space before you. Just continuing on and on and on. Not really much way of telling how long you've walked. There's no landmarks. There's nothing beyond just empty space. Before, up ahead, you can see what looks like a doorway. Stone around the outside, simple wooden make, iron bar to it. Stepping through, it's warm. Looking about, fairly crowded. Busy. Seems to be some kind of town hall with what looks like the preparations for a meeting about to start. And briefly checking around, there's only 4 of you. Someone seems missing. Someone that you can still sense, MD, somewhere, but distant. It's happened before. Cammy's not exactly shown up with the rest of the party. She's somewhere here, but you're not exactly certain where, as this hustle and bustle sets about before you. And you do pretty immediately get some looks. Not exactly a standard of this town. Mostly appears to be human, and they're not exactly, they don't look taken aback. They're just kind of like, oh, hey, travelers, huh?
We've floated the idea of a leash for Cammy, right?
Yeah.
I think we really need to, like, make one. Some rope.
Well, at least it's not an ice planet this time.
Yeah.
It's actually fairly cozy.
She came down the stairs with us, I think.
Yeah.
I was literally just talking to her, and I was like, and then we walked through the door, and I turned, and she was gone.
That sounds about right.
Wait, you talked about putting a leash around her.
Yeah, she keeps
What?
disappearing.
Like-
Like, this has happened multiple times.
Or
Kind of
falling asleep.
inhumane.
Not like the harness you put on a toddler.
Yeah, to make sure they don't wander away.
Right. I don't think that's appropriate. Does she want this?
You've never seen what happens when she falls asleep.
No, I have not.
You don't want to.
She
No
may
judgment.
Not, she may not
I
want
promise
it,
you.
but
Promise
I
you
think
no
she
judgment.
also doesn't want to be lost.
No, I promise you that about a 20-foot leash is necessary.
She might be welcoming it. I get it.
Now we'll get a little like wheelbarrow, pull her around in it.
Right. Yes.
If you're too close, you pass out too.
We could get like a cart that's like red and on 4 wheels and just like carry her behind it.
We have
Exactly.
a papoose for her as well. At this point, at the nearest citizen, where are we?
Citizen.
Oddly, the nearest person to you seems to be a pacing goblin, dressed in what looks like robes, a kind of studious hat on her head, just kind of nervously walking back and forth, muttering to herself. She just kind of starts and, you came to call for heroes and you don't know where you... I am Warble. You are in Breach Hill?
Breach Hill, never heard of it.
Easker?
Never heard of it.
I don't know what more to tell you than that.
Hmm.
That is what the town is called.
Thanks. Little
Why?
one.
Why so many people?
The call for heroes. Monthly meeting held for... Just kind of looks at you all. Heroes? Are you not here for...
Do people actually call themselves heroes? That's a thing
Well,
people do.
It is more
Kind of
for...
pretentious, actually.
It's kind of.
I think I've heard of these kind of CFHs where it's like a casting call where you just try to get as many heroes in. You figure out what their credentials are and determine whether or not they're suitable for a job.
It's like what mercenaries do.
It's kind of, but
together.
is for problems of the town. For people with livestock that are going missing, or minor things, not something. It's call for heroes for simple tasks, things for people to get started with, without needing Pathfinder Guild or anything here.
You seem quite nervous. What is this about? Is this a...
Well, I actually have task. They will. I will be talking about up there if you would be interested. It has to go on offer for everyone is how the town works. But you seem capable enough. She kind of looks across the room to another group of clearly some adventurous sort who are... Their armor is unmarked. Their blades are shined. They have not seen any sort of amount of combat. They are fledgling adventurers at best, just raucous, talking to each other, boasting to townsfolk how they're going to take on whatever job comes available.
Oh, I've seen how this
Oh,
goes.
when's the last time you shined your sword? Or your
I don't think I
spear.
have.
Your spear, sorry. That's
Yeah,
something,
I don't think I've shined anything I have.
Is that something people do?
I mean, maintaining equipment generally, if you just bought it from a blacksmith, it is generally fairly well kept.
I mean, just looking at it, it's a +2 greater striking. Or not 2 greater striking, it's a +2 striking.
It looks
It
yours
probably
looks fine.
doesn't-
It looks better than their swords.
Yeah, like it
It
probably...
just is not shiny.
It's not shiny, but it's like undamaged.
But you
Yeah.
keep it sharpened, though.
yeah, we
exactly.
maintain our weapons. We're not.
I just
barbarians.
don't...
You're not animals.
It seemed like a
Polish
few of the
it.
other
Most
groups
of us.
around here are seem to be putting on a show.
Our,
Doesn't
Yeah.
seem they don't seem too experienced.
Oh,
Yeah.
not
You
good
do-
at putting on a show.
Only see the one
Other group?
It
Yeah.
seems like this is mostly a town council meeting, that also this is happening. It's you guys and this one other group of adventurers.
Okay, so we fight them.
Well,
are you? I mean, I'm on board, but
It does look to be, if you want a quick breakdown of what their quote-unquote party composition appears to be, looks to be a human of some variety, a half-elf, a half-orc in some heavier armor, a halfling, and a dwarf.
do they all seem like young in the face?
Not all of them.
not the
Right.
dwarf.
Middle-aged at most.
Okay.
None of them are like exceedingly
I'm just
old.
imagining them as like these like crazy hyped up like college kids that think they know everything.
That's pretty accurate
They're
to
level 1
two of them.
adventurers. They're level 1 adventurers.
Pretty accurate to what looks like two of them. The human and the half-elf looked like they're boasting pretty loudly. The half-orc's just kind of standing there looking more annoyed that there's so many people around. And
Don't be unsociable.
the halfling just is kind of in a corner playing with what is an oversized lizard.
Weird. All right then.
Yeah, I guess we'll stick around, figure out what's going on.
It should not be taking long. Miss Gardenia will be giving the announcements soon enough. And she kind of looks around the room and points over to a woman in a bright orange clothed robe with a large kind of hood it looks like it's been purposely tailored to be wide and open so you can very obviously see her face. It's not meant to be like hiding, it's clearly ornamental, and the coloring is meant to be seen. She's very clearly one of these people that is like the town council. They're meant to be visible. And this room it's fairly large. It's definitely like probably 12 rows of seats or so, a good 80 by 80 feet. It's a large room, well lit. There's a not so much stage as it is just like raised platform with a couple of tables set at it for counselors to sit at, one raised podium for whoever to stand at, and you can see set beside it, seemingly knowing that this short little goblin woman is going to be taking the stage. There is a stool neatly placed beside it.
It's just rude.
It's accommodating. Does this other party seem like a mirror of us? Because you said a giant lizard, and doesn't Cammy have a lizard
No one
as
call
the
it giant.
detective?
To a degree, there might be some familiarity. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. This dice has been rolling bad so far. Wait, perception. What do I add to it?
Perception.
Perception.
The word that says perception.
Yeah, that one.
That is a 31. Is that
That's
right?
a number these guys couldn't even imagine right now.
You give it a look, and you're just kind of. Are you doing this casually or like intending
Staring
to listen
at
in?
them.
I intended to listen in, you said?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if there's something to them. Like what, like how you said there was a giant lizard and a halfling. It's like, is there something that's connecting them to how our party is comprised?
You kind of just step away over towards them a little bit within earshot, so you're not like straining to hear them over the crowd
I'm
of
a
people.
detective, by the way.
It's not super loud in here. It's just like there's a lot of people talking.
Mm-hmm.
But you can definitely focus in on a conversation just nearby and catch pretty much everything of it. And you see this little halfling just kind of playing with the lizard, not really paying much attention, literally just seated on the floor, like not quite playing patty cake, but like pushing it and having it push back and kind of play fighting almost with it like you would a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this human just kind of lean over. Well, anything that is going to be offered here today will be more than easily to take care of. Talking to one of these other townsfolk who just looks like a farmer. Anything from livestock going missing, bandits, whatever it may be, we'll be able to handle it. I mean, who hasn't heard of Mart Flynn? And just kind of gestures to himself. And this guy looks, well, perfectly average.
Wait,
That's
Mark Flynn, is that what you said his name was?
Mart Flynn. He just kind of looks over. Well, I would introduce my companions, but they all seem a little bit busy. And he just kind of looks over to the halfling playing with the lizard. Abel, are you done with it? Come. Abel Glade, stop playing with that thing.
So are these actually you guys?
no,
Who's Abel?
no one.
These are just random people?
There's people from the
Completely
gym.
random. No, never heard of that name before.
Oh, got it.
Give me, let's see here. What would be good for this? Give me just another perception check on this.
No. 26.
You have the party's names.
I do. My character does. I
They're-
forget all of them all the time.
You have their names from the asylum. what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
from the
checked in
asylum.
on.
Yes.
Mart Flynn. Martin. EZ's original name.
Oh,
Abel Glade. Adelmay. Cammy's original name.
yes.
They're not the same, but they're close.
A foil character, you might say.
Sort of. And kind of looking at him, Martin is average. As everyone described EZ. He's an average fella.
Okay.
Mart Flynn, he looks exceptionally average. But he seems to have this air of roguishness about him. Kind of emulating almost Reese in a way. Cammy has this attachment with Greenie.
Yes.
And this halfling seems to have a oversized cave gecko as a companion.
Right.
You hear more talk, and you see the half-orc referred to as Brock, who, getting a better look, he has emblazoned on this breastplate, just up on one shoulder of it, a butterfly, a symbol of Desna.
Here he used to be a gym trainer.
I did think about that while naming these characters.
That name.
The half-elf, you kind of look at, and you're not really, like, there's no goblinoid creatures here. You sort of give a look, think. You can't really get a match. And then you hear the name called out. Well, this is my fellow friend here, traveled far from Keonan to actually introduce himself to us and travel alongside us without even needing a check. Clearly a lie. This dude is boasting to try and make it seem more important than he is.
Got it.
This is Hugh Glom.
Hoodlum.
And just going over
Hugh.
all of these names are just close enough to be like, you stole this. What are you doing? Stop that. But they don't seem like they're acknowledging anything about you. It doesn't seem like this was an intentional thing.
Yeah.
It just seems like happenstance. The dwarf is referred to as Mark Rius. And he doesn't look nothing undead about him or anything, though you see him cast a little bit of a spell on one of the townsfolk who walks in with an injured arm just to kind of show off a little bit. And you see his body wither a little bit when he casts this spell. Give me a religion check.
Are you there?
Oh yeah.
That is a 27.
That is some odd magic. He definitely cast healing magic.
Yeah.
You don't see a holy symbol on him.
Right. So
But
but
it was-
it stole from his own, like he stole from his own life to help somebody else.
Seemingly.
Yes.
He
A little bit of a sight.
used his own life force that made him look more gaunt and similar to what a like early stage of infection someone with ghoul fever would look like. And then after a couple of seconds, like he takes a breather, catches himself, gets the light back into him, and looks better.
You're normal.
Gentlemen, I guess because Cammy's not here, I can say that because it's.
I mean, you can
Anyways,
say it
uh,
anyway.
they're kind of like you guys, each one of them. Did you notice this?
No.
Not really.
No, I don't think they've even been in an asylum.
No.
No, but they're all just slightly off between the names and what they can do and their abilities. This is intriguing.
I mean, it's the Dreamlands. What'd you expect?
Everybody
Yeah.
here's. a
I
little
don't
off.
know what to expect. This is my third time here.
Exactly.
Should I just keep that? I feel like the smartest thing is to never expect anything.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Right.
much.
You say it's the Dreamlands. What do you expect? And then you catch something. You don't have your dream equipment. MD
I-
doesn't have his gauntlet.
No, I do have my dream equipment.
You don't.
I don't have any dream equipment. I only had the shield. Everything
Oh,
else,
right. You only had your shield. Well, you notice that MD does not have his.
Yeah, everything else is just
Gauntlet.
on me. I've got a bunch of like water breathing potions.
Yeah. You have your
We're stocked up.
standard gear when you are like on the ship. You have exactly that.
Well, then looking around and noticing that. This is more like when we were on the planet. You don't have your stuff. You still have your bow. And you didn't have any dream stuff, and neither did I, but yours being gone
Boring.
means this is real again.
I'm going to
Don't die here.
don't die here. I'm going to close my
It's more like
eyes.
you guys.
Try to
I'll
die.
try and keep you guys alive.
And there's one scar on MD's arm that's obviously, I don't think he wasn't there for it. There's a scar on MD's arm that is obviously fresher than all the rest. It looks like a new scar, and you looking at it, you recognize Cammy has the exact same scar on her arm. I'm gonna take a moment, put my hand on it, and focus. Like she's here somewhere. I can feel her, and try to determine her status and her general direction.
Give me a perception check on that.
Wow.
Perception or whatever check is involved in the ritual that your side of the ritual uses.
Funny thing, they're the same number. 31.
You get a sense she's not nearby. She is within a couple of miles, somewhere both up, and you can feel something interfering, like she is through more than just walls, like she is underground somewhere.
And then what direction?
Up. She is both up and underground.
Cool.
And you kind of take a step around here, looking around, and find a window that's open. And you see way up on a hill, probably about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from the town, in the distance, from here, what has to be a fairly large-sized keep.
Oh. She's in there, I think. Or at least in that direction.
Curtains blowing out of the window, indicating that she probably went through the window.
The windows are closed. They just actually have worked glass in them.
Hey, You point out a random citizen.
And just a random farmer walks. Yeah, what do you need?
Who owns that keep?
Oh, no one. It's been abandoned for you. I mean, the goblins, Bumblebrashes, points over to
Point at the exact
Warble.
same time. Oh.
She kind of is the emissary of she lives here in the town, but she works with them, makes sure that we work.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, just walks off.
Keepers of the keep.
You don't need to be so mean.
I'm not being mean. You told me what I needed to know. Thank you for your information.
There it is. That's better. There it is. It's a little bit of tact.
Being curt is not being mean.
Who's Kurt?
Concise. Direct.
And you see the woman in the orange robe starting to walk her way on the stage, as well as a couple of other people starting to walk their way up.
Cool. It's starting.
Yes.
We'll see what they have to say, and then we'll go up there to the castle.
Is there seating in here, or is it kind
Plenty
of like
of seating.
standing room?
There's far more seating than there is people here. This, to what just a quick glance, this is a very common occurrence wherever you are. The people that are here are the people that would attend town meetings and have complaints about, hey, he's got his fence on my property line and I think he should move it. Those kind of folks.
His tree is reaching into my property.
He needs to trim the branches and his bush is blocking the view from my window and those kind of folks.
HOA homeowners.
His goat chewed the grass too low.
Yes.
So
Exactly, HOA homeowners.
This is great.
So I'll take a seat in the back row where all the cool people sit.
There is a couple of side
I'm gonna
doors.
stand by the door.
You do see from one of the sides, like probably some back rooms where the town council meets to convene in private. A couple of older gentlemen step out. A couple of women. What clearly is some shopkeepers from the town, merchants of some sort. Probably maybe 10 or so people from this council. And this woman steps up onto the stage. Takes center. Welcome, neighbors, friends, to Breach Hill's Town Council. Our monthly call for heroes. I am Council President Greta Gardenia, as most of you would know. Though, as always normal for our Council for Heroes, we do our usual introductions in case we have passing through faces. I do see we have some in the crowd, as usual. On behalf of my colleagues beside me, I promise you all that you'll hear and consider today's petition with utmost discretion and care. There is no existence without community, as is our town starter says. Today's agenda includes one petition. Miss Warble, our very own ambassador to the Bumblebrashes of Hell Knight Hill, requests the help of heroes in a matter of utmost importance. I will allow her to speak on this matter in her own words. And she steps aside and lets this goblin who you previously spoke to just stand up from the front row of benches and quickly make her way up to the stage. Esteemed counselors, Warble says, her voice a little bit frazzled. It has been more than a month since I have been able to contact the Bumblebrashers. We typically meet with the Chief Helba every 2 weeks to meet on matters of the town's worries as well as the Bumblebrashers. And she has missed the last 2 meetings, which is quite odd. I fear that something terrible has befallen them as a result of the smoke that I have seen rising, and continues to go on this matter. While this is all ongoing, Marius, would you like to give me a perception check?
I would. That's a 10 for a total of 30.
That is actually exactly the DC you needed to hear this.
Aha!
You notice one of these doors that the counselors came through on the side of the rooms slightly cracked open. Just left, it wasn't closed fully. But you hear someone in that hallway. It doesn't sound like shoes. It's just bare feet on wood. And what sounds like spellcasting. Then a quick flash. you've seen Cammy use scrolls before. Someone has just used a scroll in that side room.
Did any of you see that?
No, what was it?
And then you hear the feet quickly scampering away.
I think someone just cast a spell, like a scroll or something.
Go check it
Yeah,
out.
I'm just gonna stand up and go check it out then.
I do have a recognize spell. Can I use that here
Potentially.
as a reaction to like see if I can know possibly what it was?
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
That is a 28.
That was some variety of summoning spell.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm already walking towards it.
There's
You just step up and kind of get a couple of looks from the counselors and a few other townsfolk, but no one really moves to stop you. Open the door. Fairly dark hallway, except for what appears to be a small, odd kind of what looks like a cross between some monster and a moth made of fire.
It's so cute.
I would
In
be
the
worried.
process of starting to light the building on fire.
It's fireball.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it.
It's about like the size of a small dog.
That I'm just.
It's mine now.
Give me an athletics check.
It looks like a bug, and it's mine now.
It's actively on fire. It might hurt a little bit to touch, but you can go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, I don't want to kill someone's pet.
Oh, we don't have the fire, the water.
All right, I'm going to assume that a 29 is probably good enough to grab it.
It is restrained.
Yeah.
That is a critical success.
Walk back out. Is this someone's bug?
You just grab this thing and walk back out. You take 2 fire damage as it's squirming in your hands,
no.
screeching, actively burning, and just get kind of some panicked looks. You see the portion of the wall that was starting to light on fire has caught and is starting to burn. And the rest of you just see Trey walk back out with this bug writhing in his hand.
Wall's
Just
on
kind of
fire.
confused looks.
Somebody put it out before it gets too big.
A couple of the counselors like back away, and some of the what looks like 2 town's guards that are here just as a formality quickly rush away, like pull out water skins they had in their bags and just start splashing it over to quickly put it out. And this thing is still like writhing in your hands, trying to escape. It's gonna spend actions trying to get out of
I'm
your
gonna
grasp.
walk over to it, pull out the war razor, and just kind of slash at it.
Did it roll a 20?
It rolled a 4. That's a critical failure, so it can it can't try
Yeah.
again.
It can
And-
try and hit me.
Can we put
MD
it in the
just
jar?
walks up and goes to hit it. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
I rolled a 1.
What's your total?
That might
22.
not-
22.
Yep.
That is a normal success that does become a failure. So this thing's just flailing like mad in Trey's hands.
Do it again.
You've got time. It's gonna just try
God,
to
he did
bite
it
I
again.
rolled a 1.
again. Same thing. It's gonna try to bite you with its second action. That's a 3 on the die. It bites your hand, your gloved hand, and just nothing.
Are we trying to kill?
Just
Hold on.
screeching.
Well,
I asked if it belongs to anybody, and no one said yes.
yeah,
Just
no.
crush it.
Kill the thing.
It
It's
was
so
trying to light
cute.
the woman in the orange like cloak looks to you and just
Seems
it
like
was
this
trying to
was a
light
coup.
the building on fire. But give me an attack roll.
Roll 20.
That's a 4.
Hey, that's not a 1.
It hits.
No, that's a 23.
That absolutely hits.
Yeah.
Not a crit. It does hit.
So it's flat-footed and whatnot. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
I don't know why I rolled that again, but if I need to hit it a second time, that's an 18.
Okay. Give me your damage
Yeah,
first because it might die on the first one.
Unarmed, yeah.
If you're just doing unarmed, it's probably not going to die on the first one.
I don't know about
It's
that.
just a D4.
11.
Still alive.
Okay, then I hit it again with an 18.
And whatever
on the die,
damage you deal, it has 3 health left.
Yeah, so
Your
9.
modifier kills it. You just grab this thing, squeeze a little bit harder, and it just crumples. And then its body just into flame, and it disappears. A summoned creature. It is not actually here.
I hate when they summon things.
I'm gonna go sit back down.
Yep.
So I have a question for the goblin.
And everyone has kind of gone silent as you just pull this thing out, snap its neck, it disappears, and just wide-eyed silence for a moment. Yes?
Hell Knot Hill's the thing up there, the keep, right?
Yes, that is where the
And you want someone to go up there and look?
Yes,
Okay.
they have...
We're going to go up there and check on the goblins.
Okay, were you not interested in hearing the...
Nope.
Well, hold on. We might information could be helpful.
How long was there
Cammy's
smoke?
up there by
you said there
herself.
was smoke.
Well, I understand, but we might have more success if we actually have a little more information.
We've never had information before, and we've always done perfectly well.
That is not true.
They have been missing for... Well, missing. I have not heard from Helba in the last 2 meetings, so about a month. And within the last week, actually earlier today, I saw that they had put up and she just kind of gestures up towards the keep, the warning smoke, this red chalky color, the color of the danger for the Bumbo Brushers.
That means someone's invaded the keep.
Perhaps it could be dangerous wildlife. It could be something I do not know.
I think you would be better off asking questions and waiting for her to explain. No offense to you.
We can
You're
go.
flustered.
We can you know what? Out of this, let's leave.
Yeah.
You're right.
I have not braved the keep since
Yeah.
I saw the smoke.
Don't
I
worry.
would
Dangerous.
if I was you, I would keep everybody down here. Let us go take care of this.
Yep. We'll make sure your friends are safe,
Appreciated.
whichever ones are still alive.
It's only for ourselves.
You see the other group just kind of look around, well, hey, what if we wanted the job? The half-orc stands up.
I'm going to walk over to him, grab him, and slam him on the ground.
Give me an attack roll.
A 14, so that's a total of a 35.
Roll your unarmed attack damage with sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Is it non-lethal?
Unconscious population him.
It's an unarmed attack, so it's default non-lethal unless he makes it lethal.
Okay.
4, 10, 17.
That man is fully unconscious on the ground. As you pick him up, slam him down, his head bounces on the floorboards, and he is out like a light.
I'm going to look at who I'm assuming is the leader of the group. Problem?
The human just kind of raises his hand, just like, seems like we need to find work elsewhere.
Thank you.
Good idea.
You're a smart man.
Thanks.
It wasn't a compliment.
Just kind of looks over at the dwarf. Can you wake him up? The dwarf just sort of looks, I used my only healing spell helping the farmer earlier. All right, to the temple we go. And he just grabs him with it, like grabs his legs. The dwarf grabs his arm, and they just start carrying this full, like, breastplate wearing, heavily armored half orc with 2 people. Just
The thing is, I could have helped him, but I decided not to because they need to gain the experience.
You're going to fit in with us just fine, by the way.
Come on, MD. We don't need to go killing adventurers.
He's not dead. He's sleeping.
He's fine.
You
don't
remember
land.
what it was like to... Oh, wait, no. Huh.
I remember what it's like fighting for my life in an asylum full of crazy monsters that defy all logic.
you just kind of look down as you say that. And you see the halfling standing there. That sounds neat.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. You should try it sometime when you get bigger.
Okay.
Go, shoot.
Just stares at you for about 3 seconds longer like a toddler that's just expecting something and then just walks off.
Oh,
That's why halflings need leashes.
that's why Cammy needs a leash.
You guys are actually talking me into it.
He's gonna come back and we're like, okay, we have a leash.
I made you a leash.
All right. Well then.
The irony of the canid
well-
holding the leash.
He was, I guess, the woman in the orange robe just kind of, I guess he was out of line. This isn't exactly uncommon fare for the Call for Heroes.
I'm sorry for causing a disturbance.
You also stopped the council chamber from catching flame, so you get a pass.
Hey,
Perfect.
we did it.
Pass.
We're gonna take the job. We don't need payment. We don't need any compensation. This is out of the kindness of my heart.
Well, generally the compensation in this case would be from the Bumblebrashers, so...
Or I'll tell them no.
Okay, Miss Warble, do you accept? She just nods her head eagerly, just, yep.
Shake on it.
Just reaches up, grabs her hand.
Yep.
You raise her off the ground when you shake her hand.
Very gentle shake. MD's good with kids.
She weighs about 30 pounds soaking wet.
So does Cammy.
Off to the Citadel we go.
Speed run.
And it doesn't take you super long to get there. Walking, maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's an uphill walk. It's midday.
And we're definitely getting closer to Cammy when we walk in this direction.
You definitely feel it as you just kind of check your scar again. She's closer. This keep is up a hill. There's mountainside to it behind it. But it does overlook a lot of this town. And, well, it's called Hell Knight Hill for a reason. As you approach, you see kind of half-ripped, clearly hasn't been maintained at all, just sort of left there because there was no reason to remove it, a banner hanging from the front of the keep. If anyone would like, feel free to roll a society check on this.
What's that?
What's that banner mean?
Oh,
Just
that
society.
banner. Can I figure out what it?
With society.
Regardless of what I rolled, I don't know what it is because I don't remember anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of my highest things. But I rolled really bad.
I'm
But that
gonna
is
roll
a
just
total of
22.
22.
22?
18.
18? 18 does actually pass this.
Okay.
What did
Thank
you
you.
actually get total?
23.
That passes.
Regardless, he doesn't know.
Yeah, I still don't know.
None of you know what this is. It is nothing that you can recognize at all. However, it is reminiscent of something you have heard of before, not necessarily seen. While reviewing a lot of Laus's books for these rituals to try and find these items, you've come across occasionally a order that's been based out of Cheliax and sort of spread across the world at their beck and call almost. They don't work for the crown. They're their own sort of almost paramilitary force, but there's different orders of them. This is some variety of Hell Knight order. A not exactly paladins, almost anti-paladins in a sense. They don't worship devils, but they're willing to work with them for the sake of law and order. They follow the Asmodeus has lived so long there is no way that he can't have an idea of what is law kind of sensibility, but you have no idea what this order could be. You've never seen this. You just know this layout, the name Hell Knight Hill. This has to have belonged to whatever Hell Knight order ran this place. But it looks long abandoned.
And so this looks torn up like somebody else is here.
It doesn't look torn up. It looks like ravaged by the elements. Like they haven't been here for years. It just looks like it's been left out in wind and rain and storms and whatever has happened. It's just been worn down over time. It looks like almost like a sun, like a big circle, and then surrounding it, what looks like nails.
Almost like it's an order of nails.
Perhaps.
Wow.
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 Brett has no idea what that is.
Nope.
Neither does Marcus. Nope. That's fine. Neither do we.
It looks like a decorative banner.
What's an order of nails?
It's a Hell Knight order.
Oh.
It's one of their.
It's also what you get from
7
Home
orders.
Depot.
Got it.
Yeah, you can get an order of nails from there.
Well then.
Well, see, so we do know somewhat that there is possible workings with demons or devils.
Devils specifically.
Devils, not
they
demons.
despise demons.
Correct.
To
We
their
never,
yes.
Big
we,
difference,
We never
though.
went
Yes,
over
there's a big
this. Where do you like to be when the fight breaks out? Do you want to be in the front? Do you
When
like
the
to be
breath
in the
breaks
back?
I like to be
As far away as possible.
No,
That's
I
what Tammy
actually
likes to
kind of
be.
like to be at a medium range.
All right, well,
If I need to get in, I can. If I need to get out, I can.
Medium rare.
medium rare.
Medium rare. That's exactly how I like my meat.
Having spoken with Warble, the front gates to this place are unlocked. They're closed, but they're unlocked.
All right, well,
Sounds like I'm gonna go open the door.
You make your way up towards it.
I'm right beside him.
Oh, first pulling a shield off of the bracelet and equipping that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Just pop a shield on your hand, ready to go. You open these fairly large citadel doors. Like, it takes some effort, even from you, with just their sheer size, to get this open to a fairly large great hall. And almost immediately inside, you see a couple of open doorways down the hallway, and directly, probably about 20 feet down the hall, is a door thrown open where you can hear what sounds like annoyed grunting and just like a weapon hitting a wall and yelling, barking of some. It doesn't quite sound like a dog.
I'm gonna
Some screeching, a
So-
lot of skittering.
As we go into this new area, like this new room, I think I can't remember if it's clue in or just something's odd. I'm trying to find it. But it's where it's like if there's something odd about the room that seems off compared to everywhere else, is there anything, any kind of evidence of maybe...
Not in this room right
Okay.
now, though I have to keep that in mind. What did you want to make your leads, by the way? Because since this is a one-shot, you have 2 open leads. I'm just going to give it to you.
Finding Cammy,
Fair enough.
right?
Yep.
And I have no idea what we're up against.
Citadel Altarian.
Hell Knight.
Just
Hill.
like the Hell Knight building.
But that's what I was
the
thinking.
entire place we're at.
Yeah, like I
You
was
do know
saying-
you're looking for the Bubble Brashers, is like what
Yes.
Warble was sending
What
you
Yes.
for.
happened to
So
the
we'll do
Bumble
that.
Dash?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
I'm
Okay.
gonna draw my longsword and my kukri.
And I have my
I'm in an
sword out
aggressive
and my
mood today.
crossbow.
Yep.
I'm gonna hunt prey on the
Tammy's
source of
not
the
here. I don't have
sound.
to play defensive.
I'm gonna take my shield and I'm gonna bash it on the door. Make a nice loud bang.
You crash this door open, and inside is what can only be described as a mess. There is refuse strewn about this room. There is massive rodents screeching at a huge bat and a bugbear that is just towering over them, like trying to shoo them away with a sword in hand that is chipped and looks like it's just been like recovered from being found, essentially. This place is strewn with garbage, leftover bones from trophies from hunting, pieces of animals, random rocks that probably were just like, this looks pretty, I want it. And additionally, what looks to be trying to fend off these rats and a massive bat that has flown into here through a part of the wall that's partially collapsed further into the keep is these 3 hairless, sickly looking canines. They look like a cross between rats and dogs. Just nasty looking things that, looking at them alone, that dog is sick.
Happy that dog.
I would watch out getting touched by one of those.
And you crash your shield in, and immediately all of this just kind of looks in your direction. The rats just seem to have been here because meat and trash. But the bugbear looks at you, just points the blade forward, and shouts something in Goblinoid, which Trey would understand.
I speak that.
You speak Goblin. Just, intruder, kill! And these dogs go to leap towards you.
Right back at him. It'll be your last, I suppose, will be battle cry.
Yeah, and we're going to be going into initiative.
What's the DC to make someone pee themselves?
Frightened 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Did you roll 20?
No, that's a 31.
Yeah, they're definitely frightened too. All right, we'll note that down.
He's about to die to mental damage alone.
So I'm going to separate these into 3 groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of them actually might get a
roll
chance
for
to
this.
go.
Yeah.
Shoot. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you get to do the top or bottom thing if you want.
Yeah, you do have your feats.
Can I do that? How
Yeah.
do I do that? What was that
You
one?
just roll, and if it's 10 or lower,
yeah.
you're last.
Yep. You're either
Well, is that
first
how
or
it
last.
works?
Yep.
Yes.
And
And
if-
if it's 10 or higher,
if
you
it's
get a
11 or higher.
19.
If it's 11 or higher.
There's no choice in
it.
it? Didn't
No,
it give me
you
choice?
get a 19 plus your perception if it's 11 or higher.
Okay, so I rolled a 5, so I'm low.
So you are last.
Well, it's his
He gets a 1.
plus his perception.
Yeah, he still gets his perception.
Yeah. So what's your perception plus 1?
18.
Okay, so that's an 18.
Wait, do I have to use that roll?
You have to use that roll.
Well, you can roll normally, but if you choose to do the thing, it's 10 lower, 11 higher.
Okay.
MD?
Oh, that's 37.
Okay. Trey?
27.
Alrighty.
32.
So we're looking about like that. One of these guys, actually, you got a 27, right?
Yeah.
That's a nat 20 on initiative. You're not last. They rolled bad. They rolled very bad. That was a 2 and a 3 on initiative. But that brings us to MD, who, as you may have noticed, we're not using a battle map for this. I believe you will find out why that is very shortly. For these encounters, for Mr. Rogue Friend, there are so much just debris in this room and so many enemies, you will be getting sneak attack on all of your attacks.
My boy is about to go to town. Hey, Marius, do me a favor. Take out the flying thing.
Okay.
I'm going to step up to the closest thing and swing down on it with a longsword.
Probably be the dogs rushing towards you.
Yep. Swing down on it with a longsword. I rolled a 4. I dropped the 4 on the table, and it is a 22 total.
What's the
Or
22
no, not
total?
22, 25. 25.
25. That's a crit.
That's
That's a crit on the dogs.
cool.
Crit that dog.
Can I crit that dog?
Hey, you know, it would be a real
You're going to be hitting that button a lot, buddy.
It'd be a real good time to have a sweeping weapon right about now.
It would be. 6, 10, 12, 19
19 total?
times 2.
Times 2,
38.
so 38. So, this is the other fun part I get to introduce. I'm directly stealing this from NADPOD. Shout out. Because we don't have our caster when I was building these encounters that I intended for, I'm introducing this fun little mechanic for when you martial folk in our melee encounters overkill an enemy called cleaving. So MD brings this razor up, slices through one dog, and carries through to slice through a second. You fully kill 2 dogs.
Huh. Hey. I don't think you got to be super serious about this.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm going to raise the kukri up and go against another whatever's in front of me.
Probably another dog, and there's probably a rat nearby too that's rushing at you just because you're interrupting its attempted feeding time.
Cool. Kukri. I roll a 19 on the die.
Yep, that's going to be a crit, my guy.
Yeah.
Even with -5, that's its AC is what you rolled.
I think you like double crit.
Not quite.
36 versus flat-footed.
Versus flat-footed, yes.
Double crit.
Doesn't do anything, but it's funny.
It kills 2 of
6,
them.
10, 17, 34.
That is exactly enough to kill 2 of them. So that would take out a dog and another rat. And that would be moving up to them, 2 actions to
Yeah.
swing. That would take us to Marius.
All right.
I don't.
I'm just gonna shoot. I'm gonna do what is it? A hunted shot. Whatever my damage.
I'm so used to fighting for our lives.
Deadly aim on the flying bat thingy.
The bat.
Where's the Doom music?
in the copyright hole.
Oh wait, no, I can't use that on the bat thingy, but just a regular attack then. Which is a 16 plus 20, so 36.
That's crit.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a lot of dice here now.
They need the medic.
They need the medic. You want to switch teams?
19.
Meet Corey back behind the screen and start like making doom music vocally.
46, and then there's a D10 in there.
She's already dead.
56. Yeah, and it's technically pinned.
Yeah, the corpse is definitely pinned to, give me a sec here
Another
to
rat.
check something. The corpse is definitely pinned to 2 of the rats, who are also now dead.
All right, that's one shot. Now I think I was hunt prey on the bugbear guy.
Yes,
so
you would have
now
him as
I
your
will
hunted prey.
use my the two shots.
You just see this bugbear in a flash. All of the dogs are dead. This bat that was harassing it, as well as 2 of these rats that had burst into its lair, are gone. His expression does not have time to change before you are putting arrows in his head.
So it's a 33 and a 21. Or no, 33 and a 19.
Sane Fox asked earlier about your character for the Awakened Fox or Kitsune.
Oh, Kitsune. Yeah.
31 is a crit. The 21 is a normal hit.
Okay.
Shame.
Yeah, he
Shame.
probably ain't. You're probably bursting into this room and putting 2 arrows in his eyes.
I
rolled a
feel
normal
like
hit.
the entire room could have been solved by one.
If only you had that bomb, like the bomb pack that Easy had.
Yeah.
Easy had all the alchemist fires.
Mm-hmm. And they all would have hit you. You know they all would have hit you.
Yeah, they would have.
No, they all would have hit me
And me.
somehow.
I took a lot of AoE from those alchemist fires. Both of us did.
Danger close.
We take a lot of friendly fire.
Yeah.
Specifically the fire part.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't think you need to calculate.
That's
might
at
have
least
carryover.
That's a 34 on the first one, and
That's okay. So what's the second hit? Because it's going to hit the spiders instead.
That's 5, 8, 12.
Let's see here for the spiders. That is exactly enough to kill both the bugbear and the spiders. Exact lethal twice. Exactly 34 health. Exactly 12 health.
Very straight on aim.
I've never seen him this accurate. Ever. He always misses like 5 shots.
And
You
well,
guys feel really easy.
before Trey even gets a chance to do anything,
You and me.
cut through these things
Yeah.
and just you don't even get a chance to
Yeah.
get into the room.
I actually like put my things away and actually put a rag around my mouth because it's disgusting and this is
This room isn't pleasant.
yeah.
Very clearly, this bugbear just kind of moved in. Like, just took over. Just started piling up his stuff in here and just, like, basically made a nest. It does not smell good in here. It's not bad enough to make you sickened, especially with the stuff you all have been through.
It's not worse than the asylum.
Nope, really,
sm-
you can say that about most things in Galarian, is it's not worse than Briarstone Asylum.
Imagine the smell of rotting corpses, cleaning chemicals, and then whatever the hell that fleshy mob was.
I've been in.
Marius
Here and there.
Marius is gonna take the skewered rats on the arrow and kind of eat them like Shrek does. Just
There's a little
shoot
fire
them
pit
on
going in
skewers.
here out through a busted window. You just
With
kind
my
of cook them up real quick if you want
Cane
to.
sword in the sheath. I have my rag around. I'm trying to look for some sort of evidence of possibly something towards where Cammy might be, or, you know, either one of the
She-
next place to go or
She
something.
down.
Like, and how could
In this room,
this thing capture her is actually what I'm trying to figure out too.
in this room, this seems incidental. This just seems like a creature of chance, of just opportunity. There was space here with whatever's happening with the Bumblebrashers, clearly something like there's definitely signs of them living up here. Like, it's
Yeah.
not dusty, it's not been abandoned. So they've just not been here. So this thing moved in because there was space for it to be here and basically build a lair. There's no signs of Cammy here. There's some scraps of armor that it's like goblinoid-sized armor
Yeah.
just strewn about. That
It
doesn't
just
look
seems
like
like a-
it doesn't look bloodied. It looks like it found them like laying around and took them. It doesn't look like they killed any of the goblins to get it.
She up or down?
Still, from this point in the keep, very down.
All right, cool. We need to find a way down.
Easy enough.
Yeah, find stairs leading down.
I'm starting to notice a theme here.
Yeah, what's-
Everything's very weak.
Yeah.
This actually makes me more curious on how weak everything is, to be honest with you.
Oh, I've never had my sword go through two things at one time, and I have sure as hell never seen his arrows pierce a thing.
I've seen
You
him
hit.
do that.
You hit really well, but it never just goes straight through.
Hmm.
I feel like we've gotten used to such
Fight for your
weird,
lives. I've almost died a lot.
weird creatures from who knows where that it's kind of shocking to just go back to mostly a normal town.
Is this what the rest of Galarian is like?
I don't know.
Could be.
But honestly, it makes me more curious more than anything, rather than just this just being easy.
Well,
Finding a way down.
Mr. Brains, lead the way.
Having seen this place from the outside, it's big. There's a lot of rooms to check through here.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like battlements that you could go through. There's a central courtyard that you can definitely, just from how the wind's traveling through here, you can make out there's a courtyard somewhere through
Right.
here to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Not unlikely that this place has a keep down below somewhere. Like, it probably has a basement for storing things or something.
Oh,
It's just a matter of finding out how to get to it.
we don't
Okay.
rest till we're dead. Let's go.
Yeah, between like the breezes and I don't know, trying to figure out a way through.
You know the way out this keep. You know the
Yeah,
layout of
the-
every keep. He's
Yeah,
memorized
well, like
the layout of every
the
keep.
logic. I do have the thing about cities. I don't know about keep specifically.
It's like a
Well,
city.
just the logic of how people would create this
You
thing.
know the staircase.
What is a keep but a city in a building?
What is a keep? What is it in a building?
I'm assuming they wouldn't build it like any other keep. That way enemies can't invade it as easily.
Well,
But
yes.
then people would expect that no, it's not built like every other keep, so you know to look in the places that aren't the places you would normally look.
Now look behind
But then
us.
that's where you put the
reverse
important
psychology.
things.
There's 3 doors in front of us.
If we have to go down, I'll start destroying the
Unironically,
foundation.
there is actually 3 doors in front of you.
Well, I picked the middle one.
You open this up. It leads out to the courtyard.
Oh.
And you see, just kind of
All the
basking
doors
in
open
the
to the
sun,
courtyard.
this, what looks like a crocodile mixed with a dragon. Just a bit larger than a bit larger than probably like if Trey was to lay down on the ground, it's probably a bit larger than him, covered in these like red frills and black scales,
Oh, it's so
but
cute.
it's just kind of basking in the
That's what
the
Greeny's
open-
gonna look like.
air. And you toss the door open, it kind of looks your direction, hisses loudly, and just does the crocodile rushing towards you on all
I don't-
fours.
Can I cast charm on it?
I don't think you want to do
Is
this.
it only for humanoid?
It's an animal, so it's going to be...
I hiss back at it.
Yeah.
I yell back at it.
You can try if you want to.
Can I
I
try
don't
to
both
cast
of us
charm?
yell at it. He casts a spell.
They're both trying to intimidate it. You can try to cast charm on it if you want to.
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Nat
hunt
20.
prey.
I rolled a nat 1. He rolled a nat 20.
You hiss at it,
Is
and
it a
just it
save?
starts
Is
rushing
it a
at you
save
even
or-
faster.
So I don't roll anything.
No, you just charm it. It rolls a save.
Yep.
It gets
What
a
is the save
plus
on that?
4 for being a stupid animal.
It gets a +4.
Yeah.
It's a big dumb.
So it'd have to what? My DC's 26.
What type of save is it? I believe it's will for charm.
It's Will.
Yes.
This would be
With
silver.
me?
That is cocked. I can see how AJ cocks die in this tray. I've done it several times already. That's a 6 on the die, plus 7, so that's a 13 total.
He did it.
It critically fails.
No matter. Yeah.
So this thing starts rushing forward. Party, that's an 11 total. It's frightened 2.
Yeah.
You did it.
You just what do you do to intimidate this thing as MD
Intimidating
hisses
glare.
back at it?
I don't have to. I don't
You
share
just-
a language.
You just angrily stare at it. It catches you staring over MD's shoulders, just glowering, and just you immediately toss out this charm spell. It comes basically crashing over itself, flips over, and just flops to the ground and goes flat, just staring up at you.
Like, all of a sudden, it turned into like a sad puppy. All of a sudden, it did something wrong.
More,
It takes 6 mental damage.
it does take, yeah.
Oh, I think now it just broke the charm because it took damage. Is that how that works?
It wasn't a hostile action.
I'm
It's
gonna
just
say
pass-
no.
That's
That's-
a passive thing that's happening.
That's just passive.
Yeah,
I don't
it
directly
takes
do that.
6 damage. It doesn't look happy.
We don't need to waste our time with this one. I don't think.
I mean, I don't care. You want to try crocodile?
I heard it tastes like chicken.
You're gonna.
It takes 7 more damage.
Oh, I know. I feel kind of bad.
It's just, it's kind of
it
wincing
wouldn't
and
be
like
frightened anymore,
grunting, and then the frighten would end, and it's down 13 health. It looks
You-
pretty pained by that. Like it looks like the crocodile is having a migraine.
Well then, we'll just leave it, I guess. But we did say we'll make sure all her friends are safe. I stab it.
I mean,
Oh,
we don't know. This
gosh.
might be the keep's pet.
I
Like,
don't
not
care.
anymore.
It's not
Oh, okay.
anymore. It's your next meal.
It did immediately rush at you when you walked in.
It's a guard dog.
Right. I like rolling low. This is fun. 24
That hits.
against its flat-footed.
Yep.
I'm like complaining to you guys as you guys are. No, it's gonna go. All right.
Yeah.
No, after you.
No. 4, 8, 11, 16... 23.
By 1, that is exactly enough to take this thing down in a merciful stab.
Just right in the center of the eyes. Just
Okay.
You just shh.
you want to give it a bite?
Yeah, I'll take a little bite.
Gourmet.
Oddly, this thing does actually have some kind of draconic features to it. You don't get much of this because you are undead. It tastes like halitosis. It tastes like bad breath. It's not pleasant.
It's pretty good.
I'm not
bad.
gonna try it.
You sure?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
plenty.
Sure. It's all for you, buddy.
Okay.
And
I don't like raw meat.
quickly finishing this thing off, any one of you that feels wanting to, go ahead and give me a perception check.
$23.
29.
Both of you would catch this. You hear somewhere in this keep, there's another 2 doors in here, one over towards the right side of the courtyard, one to the left. You hear coming from the left side what sounds like fighting. It sounds not like huge amounts of fighting. It sounds like one person fighting something.
I'm gonna go take a look because I haven't gotten to stab anything yet.
You head that direction, and fairly quickly you find what is an odd sight in this keep. Most of these doors have just been standard wooden doors, unlocked, easy enough to toss open. This looks to be a stone room set into this hallway, halls going around it. Just a rectangular room in the center of the keep. The door on one side of it is solid black, just black wood. Doesn't look painted, it looks like it is some kind of particularly dark wood. But it's not locked, and you can hear fighting from inside that room.
Crash it open.
Toss the door open, and as you do, you see a man in what is more simple, darker plate, an imp under his foot, plunging a greatsword into its neck and cracking it off to the side to behead the thing.
I like this guy already.
You
And
do or
he-
don't like him.
I do like him.
Quickly kind of turns to look at you all entering, just kind of confused for a moment. Great. More bloody hell monkeys. Come on, get in here, get in position. And points up to the ceiling as you see 2 sets of dark red eyes looming from above.
Finally, something to stab.
All right. Crossbow back out.
Go ahead and give me some initiative rolls. And this time,
6.
you guys get a friend.
I actually rolled above 10, so that means I got a 19 plus my perception,
Yes.
which is
Nice.
36.
Nice.
36.
Nice.
Trey, what'd you get?
17. I rolled a
Ooh,
2.
way down there. MD,
I rolled a 6 on the die. That puts me at a 24.
24. And Marius?
29.
He rolled a 9 on the die. That's the important bit here. I rolled a 6. He rolled a 9.
Let's see what your friend here gets.
Nice.
And this guy, the way he's moving, he's definitely a trained fighter. Like, he's not the guys back in town. This dude knows what he's doing. He did only get a 5. So he's not particularly fast on the draw, at least compared to you all.
Neither is Trey.
Oh, just wait. Eventually, I'll get my wisdom apex item, and then I'll be up to par with everybody else.
Just you wait till level 17 to 20.
Exactly.
Though these fellas are not particularly fast either. They are last, as they only got a 3 on the die. They're not doing great there, guys. If you want, I believe we also should have art for this fella up there.
Sebaceous fox.
But that does bring us to Reginald first, as
Oh.
these 2 winged creatures start to dive bomb out of the rafters of this room.
I know that, man.
I just tilt a little bit and then fire away with. I do my devise a stratagem. Was that free?
Yes, this encounter specifically would actually be helping you in terms of finding the bubble brashers.
Okay.
Uh,
And I'm also paying attention to whatever this guy is.
Yep.
All right.
Will note his art is not correct. This is the art that they give us. He is in just plain black mail, or plain black breastplate. There's no red marks to it at all.
Okay.
But that gives you an idea of his face.
That is a 34 to hit.
That is gonna crit.
Okay. Oh, this is where am I at? Oh yeah.
Hand crossbow, right?
Hand crossbow.
D4.
D6.
They're D6s.
Oh, I thought they were tiny.
Yeah.
And then plus my devise a stratagem, which is these. So for the crossbow, that is a total of 9 plus another 18, 20 damage total.
Crit. So doubled.
Yep.
40.
40. Damage.
These things are not nearby each other. They're diving from like opposite
Yeah, yeah.
corners, so you're only gonna be able to hit one of them.
That's fine.
But how do you take out this first imp flying towards you?
If I can create the whole as I talking to him, then they're coming down at me. I take it out, I aim, and as I fire, I shoot it right between its head. And as it comes down, and it like lands on the ground, slides up, and I stop it with my foot.
Yeah, you just
Can we?
this
Can we
thing
keep
hits
him?
the ground dead, and just to make sure, crush its skull underfoot.
Yes. Ugh, and I'm like disgusted by it.
Oh,
It's-
never mind. He's less cool.
You look around the room quickly.
Don't touch
and
me.
Give me a perception check as you're going about this. So that was your first action.
Right. Perception. Dang it. Not very high. 21.
This room very clearly has a purpose. In the midst of combat, hard to tell exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It definitely has stains of bloodshed from the past.
Fresh?
Not
Not-
fresh. These
not
are
cr- like
ages
su-
old,
okay.
just like stone that has
Ages.
had blood on it that's been cleaned up time and time and time again. It doesn't look like this was like a ritual kill room. It looks like what is happening now has happened several times in the past.
Oh, like the same. Like this-
Imps have been brought here and killed.
Got it.
Doesn't look like human blood. Like the splatter patterns are
Yeah.
too small to be a humanoid getting hit.
Okay.
But an imp getting hit with, say, a greatsword or a halberd, which you can see several of leaned against the wall in here,
Yeah.
rusted as they are, that would make sense.
Got it.
And he has 2 actions left.
I am going to. I mean,
You loaded
the other things I can't. I will load my crossbow again and get ready for the next one, and then I will give myself a shield.
All right. Not a bad idea to keep yourself a little bit safe here.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on here. And that'll bring us to Marius with another imp diving down at you here.
All right, I'm gonna run up toward it and tuck and roll and tumble through under it.
You just
to get to the other side.
It's still floating in the air, so you just easily roll under this thing. Go ahead and give me a tumble through check. Literally, this only matters if you roll a 1.
10.
You're fine.
Okay.
You get under this thing, no problem.
And then I hunt prey, and I'll shoot him with 2 arrows from the other side. That's 2 15s, so it's a 35 and a 32.
Yeah, those are both crits. It's dead.
It's very dead.
So
You pinned it to itself.
you catch both of these shots into this thing. One
Gmod
into...
glitch.
It's a tiny target. This is not a large creature. You catch both arrows into both shoulders, pin this thing to a wall the opposite side of the room from the force of the
Perfectly
shot.
spread, like the wings on both sides.
Yeah, it is. It
pinned
looks
it
like a
into-
trophy.
I know how to do it.
And this man just kind of like was readying his greatsword to basically baseball bat one of these things that flew at him, and just kind of looks and just, oh, more prepared than I thought. Good on you.
We're here for the goblins, and we have a friend somewhere we're looking for. You're not her.
These imps show up quite often.
Well, used to. Leftovers, I think, from whoever was last here.
People never clean out their fridge.
All right.
I mean, in a sense, no. Probably some looters accidentally activated some leftover glyph and summoned them on accident. Probably ran off when they appeared.
Can I like figure out, because with my I guess that only counts as like spell casting, but maybe a way to like figure out, because like I don't know if that works.
Recognize spell only works when you can see or hear a spell going on.
Who are you?
Right.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
Oh,
A glyph is not a spell.
Tyrannus Dragum. Personal matters, so to speak. The way I put it to my keep was a personal vacation of sorts. Personally, I'm actually here looking for a family heirloom.
Okay, cool.
My parents were stationed here.
Do you know the way out the keep?
Fairly decently. At least the upper floors. The lower floors, they didn't much keep record of. So,
All
but
right. How do we go down?
that's sort of what I'm attempting to find out. Though I can certainly help you around here,
Are
so
you
long
displeased with our new friend?
Yes.
Why?
He just pulls a black strip of cloth and starts to wipe the gore of the imp off his sword. Well, I don't think you're looters of the sort, it seems at least. Otherwise, you'd be cutting me down in the process. But I'm more than happy to help you along if you're trying to find something here, so long as I get what I've come here for. It's an easy deal.
Specifically, we just need to know how to go down.
We need the staircase down.
Yes.
Well, there's bound to be one here somewhere.
Yes.
If I had to guess, likely towards the armory. Though, if records showed, I believe there might have been a way around towards the battlements that was sort of a doubling back method to reinforce the walls.
Which way is quicker?
Closest would be the battlements.
Okay, battlements it is.
Do you know if
Battlements
there's
it is.
any sort of like throne room type thing? Any like
This was a military keep,
military?
meant to overlook the town down below while it was under construction.
Do you want to try imp?
I wouldn't. Tastes like ash.
Yeah. Yeah, they
That's
look
funny.
Kind of overcooked already.
Oh no, literally, that's a punishment of. the
No, I
order.
know, but it's also a humorous thing. It tastes like. Anyways, moving on.
It's a pun.
Oh, I see what you were doing
It's
there.
a
I
pun.
understand.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
doesn't get jokes.
Yes,
He
it's,
has no sense of humor.
Who's that?
Him.
You just met him.
I mean, he's
Quick to
not
judge.
wrong. The Hell Knights do typically beat it out of you quite well.
Oh,
See, he's
Though
a Hell
I'm
Knight.
not officially one yet.
Well then,
inspiring.
lead the way to the staircase down.
And he'll start walking you off through the keep.
As we
And-
start walking, I'm just gonna. Anytime I see like a sconce on the wall, a book, I'm just gonna like pull on it. Just start
Nothing
looking
secret
for
here.
levers.
But
Stone
What are
crafting.
you doing?
Stone crafting.
There might be like a trap door that we could just jump down.
Okay, yeah, that's.
We crawled out of a trash chute one time that was filled with bodies.
No, but I mean,
It was more of a laundry chute.
as you get more experience, you start to realize there's patterns to some of those things. You don't just start pulling everything. Then you actually leave a
hold on.
trail.
Let's get our 15-foot wooden pole. Got to get the staples.
You guys would continue through here pretty simply, especially with
joking and laughing.
Yeah, Tyrannus would go along with this. He'd make some quips here and there. He'd joke about the order that used to be here with you.
He still has humor.
They
He's
didn't beat it out of you enough.
pretty friendly guy.
Kicked up a wooden stick.
50-foot pole.
He'd explain to you that basically he's just here looking for a family signet ring. He doesn't know where it's at. His family hid it somewhere here when they left the keep and were stationed elsewhere, and he just came back to find it. It's not worth particularly a lot of money. It matters to him.
We're looking for a gnome. About this big, pink hair, green lizard.
That's certainly definitive. I mean,
Yeah.
So it's
it'll be
almost the
obvious
same
when we
thing,
find
right?
it.
Yeah, she'll be very scared of you, and then she's gonna say something weird. She looks like she needs a leash. So
I've met many a gnome that looks like they need a leash. But, well, that's Isker for you. Just kind
where
of
is
shrugs and
Isker?
continues
Where
walking.
is Isker? Where are we?
It's like the last week of like April.
Isker, he pulls out a map and shows you from where you remember you were on the river. You had just passed by Kiona and were getting towards into Galt. Isker is about 200 miles. Like, he points where you are in Isker. This map does not look familiar. The borders of a lot of nations are not the same that you would remember they are.
We don't remember anything.
Having seen some maps in like Count Lau's books and everything.
This is a map.
Yeah.
The borders are different. The rivers even are slightly changed from routes. There are nations that you don't know what they are because they didn't exist. Like they are new on the map. And Isker is inland, where he points, about 200 miles west of Keonan.
Huh.
You are you would have had to travel on foot to get here. There is no water passage to get here except going back the way you came.
Or perform a dream ritual.
Yeah.
That
I
just
mean,
sends you
also,
where
yeah.
it wants to.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
It's almost like we might have done one of those.
Yeah, maybe. He doesn't know that and just well, you're here. This is Isker.
This is better information than what we had before.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's nice to know where we're at in Dream Worlds. Normally, we know where we're going.
Dream world. I won't even bother to ask.
Your dream. This is all a dream.
Sometimes it's not about where you're going, but when are you going?
No,
Oh, wait, no, what's, I don't know if time's funky.
that's only for you.
I mean, that's just me.
You see a wisp of a blue tail just somewhere in the distance around one of the corners. Just a little sound echoing out and just kind of a cold sweat down your back a moment.
It's doomed 4.
Immediately just evaporates.
Dead.
Oh, man.
All right. Well then.
Let's get up to the battlements. We'll take a look around there, see what we can find. And from there, we'll move on. And at that, we'll take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. If you'd like, feel free to check out our sponsors, which, if you would all actually like to do me a quick favor before we go to break, in all your cubbies, there's a little present
Under
from
our
our new
chairs.
friends.
Look under your.
I couldn't put them under your chair. You'd roll under them.
I mean,
but
they're dice. You're supposed to.
Rolling of easiness.
yes, these are from Easy Rollers. These are
I got a
their
box.
They're random bags.
Are we
You
doing
got the
one at a
box because
time?
I only got 3 of the random bags. But these are some of their new dice.
They're
They're-
random dice.
Well,
so you
we'll
can
They're
show
their
roll
random
bags.
dice.
We'll
I feel like that we're about to learn how everybody does Christmas. Does everybody just go all at once, or do you guys individual?
we
need
do
to
Christmas.
straws.
We do Christmas one at a time because my family does a secret Santa pool. So we only have 1 or 2 gifts each. So we just take turns opening gifts.
Wait, he already opened up his.
I opened up.
You already-
Mine was clear. I could see.
Yeah,
You can go
I only
first.
had
You
3
can
of the
go first.
bags.
Well, he already went first.
Well, you can go first. You could go third.
These,
Fine.
these dice are.
No, you go. I go last.
I do actually
No,
really
no,
like
you,
that shade of
after
green.
you.
It matches
Well,
your
this is
dice.
roll
This
for
is
it.
bad
We
content.
can, we
If
can
we're-
roll our dice. Here, I'll roll my dice. So
Wait, that's
okay.
But No, these
All
are all
right,
from
now-
Easy Roller.
Hey!
These
So-
look like
Put them in
candy.
the tray so people can see them.
They do.
Like I want to
His
eat
look
it.
like candy.
I love how like they
Yours
match-
do look a lot
Mine-
like candy. Those
mine
look
is
like
like a
green
green
apple
Jolly
dice.
Rancher. Yeah.
Yeah, mine are blue raspberry
Like
flavored.
he's got like weird purple grape. Like those look like Halloween dice.
These are like Joker or Incredible Hulk, purple greenish.
yeah,
A little bit of candy-ish vibes.
but they got Easy Roller's got a bunch of cool stuff.
There you go, son.
If you'd like, code
These are
UGT
really
Show.
cool.
Super supports us. They are one of our new dice sponsors. They're awesome people.
These-
Really cool guys.
Crinkling all this in the
These look like the.
Oh, yeah, that's the best way to
You
do
know,
it.
like those packs of gummies that have like
I like
mostly
it. I
the
rolled a
clear ones,
17.
and then there's like the random cream blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
those
if
flavored.
you would like, Arkenforge is what we've been using to show all this cool art. And shout out to Paizo
Candy.
for, the APs that I'm mixing and mashing
want
for
a
this
knife?
little adventure of ours. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go get yourselves a drink, use the bathroom, all that fun stuff. And we'll be back after that as Derp violently wields a knife towards Brett. Back in a minute. Thanks.
come from?
Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. Well, walking up some battlement steps here with your new friend Tyrannus.
I wouldn't call him a friend.
A new acquaintance who is friendly.
A new guy.
The new guy at work.
That's that feller on yonder.
Yeah. But walking up the stairs, why don't we reintroduce ourselves in the order we're going up?
You're doing better than AJ.
Howdy.
I'm the one that wrote the note behind the screen. I remember these things.
Howdy, I'm Derp, and I'm currently leading the charge up the stairs because I haven't got to stab anything yet.
He's bloodthirsty.
Roll better initiative, my guy.
That's
not
not
playing-
true. I rolled hella good for that first fight. They wiped the room.
Roll
He's
better
not
than
playing-
them.
He's
Yeah,
not playing Trey.
easy.
He's playing Derp. He's
Yeah.
just Derp.
Who's following Trey up here?
Colby, I play MD, and I'm just following behind. Like we're going up. We should be going down, not up.
Got to go up to go down sometimes.
My name is Brett. I play Reginald Sedacious Fox, which is a Kitsune. And
We did have a question about that earlier.
We
He's a
did, so-
kitsune.
Fancy Kitsune. His middle name's Sedacious.
yes, I'm a yes
Is that his middle name or his last name?
middle name
And his Fox.
Is it in air
because he's
quotes?
he's a fox. Sometimes they
He doesn't have a
specialize
last
in
name.
fox. Family last name is Fox because they're specialized in fox.
Silver Fox.
That's a couple years from now.
Yeah, you're the one who
You
said
gotta
I am a
Same
silver. I'm an
thing
older
aging.
fox.
Ah.
There's
Yeah.
gray on his model.
There's gray on the model.
You don't have it.
Well, I'm
All right, you
Marcus.
took it with you.
I play Marius, the ghoul dwarf ranger. He's following up the back, still just pulling on sconces, pictures, looking at like the eyes on pictures to see if they're moving.
You do pull one sconce as you're coming up. It's outside. It's not lit currently. It seems like it's one of those ones that's sort of like, that could be lit, but it's abandoned place. Pulls it. It does come off the wall. It just drops to the ground as it's broken.
I love it when Mario
Pushing on off-colored bricks.
You don't always have to do that. You can. There's normally patterns to these things. I'm hoping one of these
He
times you
knows
actually
what he-
do pull something.
He's doing. He knows what he's
I
doing.
mean, that's what I'm hoping for.
I mean, he's a dwarf. He would notice unusual stonework.
He's
Yeah.
It
really
would
good.
come up.
He's really
Sure.
good at doorways and his own work. I've seen it.
So good at doorway.
Canonically, yes.
Based off the hallway and where we're at, this would lead nowhere.
That's why it's a secret room.
Yeah. well, Okay.
That's how they get you. It's like the perspectives. The hallway could have shifted a little bit. There could be a hidden room there.
You make
Could
three
be a
rights
safe
and
in
you
the
are,
wall.
in fact, in a fully different room than where it should lead.
That's just non-Euclidean.
There could just be
That's
a
why it's
portal.
unique stonework.
The ground must be skewed up or down.
Getting back
Moving.
to things, you would pretty easily, with Tyrannus' help here, find a way up to the battlements. That's the stairway out in the courtyard you would have seen as you dealt with the weird crocodile dragon thing. Kind of was collapsed. Not really an easy. You could have spent some time clearing it and made a way to climb up, but you heard combat went that way, so he'd lead you around. There's another stairway up, kind of a halfway roundabout way, but up towards one of the towers on the edge of the keep. That's more a raised section than it is a tower, and head around towards these battlements. You kind of hold a hand up and just, I don't even hear that. And if you'd like, go ahead and give me a perception check.
What do you?
I'm gonna roll the new dice.
have dwarven ears.
Oh.
I didn't hear much.
34.
Also 34.
34, 34,
22.
What do you
22.
hear with your Kitsune ears?
16.
Trey is more
I
concerned
want to
about.
stab.
Yeah, he's just.
Bloodthirsty. It's frothing.
You don't have your madnesses here, but he is kind of getting that vibe of like.
I think we should let Trey take lead in the next fight.
Sure. Seems antsy.
But the rest of you would hear a kind of higher pitched voice
You see my ear just
next
like-
to another higher pitched voice that's just. I'm trying to shut up! Stop it! Stop moving! Stop! And just kind of shouting at it before the other one can try to. You're gonna tell me everything about the ring. Come on, just do it. Go ahead. You don't tell me, I'm gonna cut you. Come on! And just shouting over the other one before it's very clearly trying to tell them what they want to know, but they're not giving them a chance to get the words in edgewise.
Trey, this is your chance. I was giving him a push forward. Go get him.
my friend.
And you rush up the stairway past Tyrannus, and he's just like, all right, now if we hold on a moment, we might be able to
I don't
catch
know
what's
if they
going
can
on. You
hear me
push
stomping,
past
but-
him and just run up. He's like, well, I suppose that's one way. And he just starts trying to catch up to you. No chance he's going to. As you rush into this other section of the battlements, and you see a kind of basic wear, like clothing covered in some leather armor with what honestly looks more like a kitchen knife than a dagger in his hand, like holding a goblin with a
remember
knife to
those
one of their
days.
ears, like holding her by the ear with the knife up to her ear. Just kind of yelling at her something about a ring. It's real weird, and he just kind of stops as you enter and just puts the knife up to her. Now you hold on right there, I'm gonna cut her.
Put the goblin down.
Looks too friendly.
They're so cute.
Nothing else. Just put the goblin down in intimidating glare. Let's see. Does a 25 get there?
His hand very clearly shakes, and he drops the knife. And just, all right, just no sudden moves. And he lets go of the goblin, who like quickly pushes herself back away from him.
Wait, I want to try it too. Can I intimidating glare as well?
Yep. If you
17.
doesn't seem much more shaken from that.
Hold on. What is the problem here? Were you guys friends at one point?
No,
What is it? What? Why are you?
they know where the ring's at. They're supposed to tell me.
What ring?
The ring, Alcetta's ring.
Oh, that ring. And then I lean towards our new friend. I'm like, is that the ring you're looking for?
No, I don't know anything about Alcetta. No.
Oh, well, there's multiple rings. So
What's an
there's no
Alc-
the ring, because
what-
the ring mean there's only one ring, but there's not just one ring.
What's an
It's not a
Alcetta?
ring you wear on your finger, you buffoon.
Okay, what kind of ring is it?
Well, I don't think we can talk about those here.
It's an elf gate called Alcetta's ring.
Why didn't you say that?
Oh, yeah, see, the way you said the ring made it seem like a...
Because it's the only one around here. It's the ring. It is
Got it.
Alcetta's
the
gate.
location.
Yes and no?
If it's a
like-
gate, then why is it called a ring?
That's just what it's
Why
called.
not just call it Alcetta's gate? It's more clear.
Because it's an elf gate called Alcetta's ring. That's how, historically, that's what it is.
Is
It's
it
like
real?
Have you not read a book?
Ring.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's like kind of like a boxing
I've
ring.
read a lot of books
You know.
recently. None of them mention Alcetta's ring.
Look, the goblins live here.
Yes.
And he is talking incredibly slowly. Like, he is trying to explain this as if he is explaining it to toddlers. And this man looks like if you just pushed him wrong, all of his bones would break.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulders. Like, if you don't stop talking down to us, I will break both your shoulders.
Hey, roll for
Well,
Disney.
it seems like you're not understanding, so I'm trying to go slow so you can catch all the words.
And we're not understanding because you're saying words that we don't recognize and names we don't recognize and expecting us to immediately know what they mean.
Everyone around here, like, it's all Vaz talks about.
Do you think?
Do you know what a star
do I
vampire is?
It's vase.
Yes,
What's a star vampire?
blood-sucking demon from beyond the stars.
What's it look like?
Kind of like a weird starfish thing.
Surprisingly educated.
No, that's not what it looks like at all.
Oh, okay, yeah, me either.
The depictions that we've seen, they come several
I
shapes.
mean, you're stupid for not knowing what it looks like.
Got him.
You're stupid for not knowing what Alcetta's ring is.
Yeah.
Both can play this game.
What are you guys doing?
Hey, Goblin. Do you know where whatever he's talking about is?
No, we don't know anything about a ring. We used to live down below, under the keep, but we're not there anymore. We got kicked
good.
out.
He's useful.
Okay.
Cheat.
What-
Just kind of.
Where's the down direction?
Well, I was trying to tell him,
Ignore him.
but
if
he
he talks
wouldn't
again.
let me tell. And he kind of like looks at you and just, hey, I had that info first. It's mine to sell.
I squeeze.
Spear.
I squeeze his shoulder.
Okay, we can split it. We can split the info.
And I'm just going to hit him with the flat of the spear.
Give me an attack roll.
And he's dead.
All right. Yeah, he's probably dead.
What'd you roll?
Crit.
A nat 20?
No, it's a 15.
What's the total?
All right, let's see.
It's probably a crit, but it might not be.
Oh, total is.
Oh, no,
Add
I'm
23
a
to that.
fighter who's a master in spears. That's a
It's probably a
23,
crit.
28, 38,
He's
That's a crit.
flat-footed
and he's flat-footed. So,
Because it's rogue, yeah.
because I'm next to him.
That's a double crit because of the flat-footed.
right, so cool. Not max damage,
Nice.
about average. 6,
Easy amount. of
11, 13, only
Very
26
attractive.
non-lethal.
He's not unconscious, but you bash into his skull and
Cool.
blood just pours down the front of his face. Just, what are you doing?
I said if you talked again, you talked again.
I can help it. What are you doing?
You gonna talk again?
And he's still just shouting, just nonsense. His blood's coming down his face.
Oh, gosh.
Cool.
We the
Hold on.
baddies.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
we've established this actually.
33.
That's a crit.
Trey's bloodthirsty.
1 higher.
He's unconscious.
Yay!
Not dead.
Problem
Thankfully.
solved.
And
All right.
Tyrannus just kind of looks at you, bash him in the face twice, just says, honestly, a bit more brutal than necessary, but, well, he
didn't
seem
kill
the
him.
friendliest type, so.
He wasn't
He's not
helpful.
dead.
He seemed like the sort that would be, well, one of the looters of the keep, and, well, I'd just as soon throw him off the battlements and let him be on his way, but not my problem.
No, the mercy here is he didn't get the sharp end.
Fair enough. And, well,
And this goblin. You wanna
Goblin
lead the way
friend.
down?
I have to make sure the others are safe. He kind of stuck us, but, I am Helba.
Nice to meet you, Helbo.
I'm leader of the Bumble Brashers.
Oh, we're looking for you actually. Your friend down in Breach Hill.
You know Warble?
Yeah, that's her name.
Cousin Warble is good.
She sent us up here to help.
This is good. You can help retake down there.
Yeah, we're gonna go down there.
We got run out. Things show up. We don't know how. They show up from below and take our home. We not live up here usually. We live down in the caves. But caves lead to space under keep.
Question. Did you find a new person that maybe you didn't quite recognize come through this way? Maybe a girl, a humanoid?
About this
Girl,
tall, pink
girl.
hair, green lizard.
No, we've been stuck up here for several, how many
She's down below.
how many meetings we miss with
2 meetings a month.
We've been here for that long then.
I'm just wondering how she
You're
got
doing
there.
great. It's like
The ritual.
It's like when we woke up on the frozen planet, she wasn't with us. She was somewhere else. And I didn't even have the feeling that she was there with us until we walked by her. Cool, which way's down?
Follow. And she just kind of leads you along the battlements and points out towards a mountainside that's back behind the keep and gestures towards a tree. Behind that tree, there is a hidden cave. It has a lot of brush in front of it. It kind of keep people from seeing. That's how we get down to the caves. And that they not have way into keep, in keep, but that goes to under keep. I think crypts. They have a lot of dead things down there, but we not poke those. They bad.
Cool. So we're on top of the battlements.
Yep.
How far down of a drop is it?
Probably about 40 feet.
Cool. I see you guys down there. jump down.
You just jump.
I'll follow.
Got catfall.
Tyrannus just kind of quickly rushes over, sees you both land on your feet, and just no problems.
You want me to?
All right then.
You want me to catch you?
No, I'll be down in a moment. I'm going to take the normal way.
I have a rope.
Reggie?
There's a back door to the keep. It'll take us 20 seconds to get there.
Time's wasting. I'm gonna start walking.
I'll go the normal way.
Any chance to use catfall?
Your friends are insane. You know that, right?
Parkour.
I mean, wait till
Yes.
I saw them about the time I
Yes, they are.
50-foot tower, then ran back up.
Surprisingly, I like them.
So, as you all go towards this cave, things suddenly freeze.
Your buddy's bad.
There's a low crackle in the air, and things seem to grow distant and almost unrecognizable, like the landscape that you can see in the distance, as if it becomes an oil paint. Your skin almost feels like static, with hair standing on end, but nothing is moving. Clouds have stopped, animals not moving, birds are flat stopped in the sky. Briefly, even gravity seems like it's not working, like you're floating, but you don't leave the ground. Everything else, for you, is frozen, including your other party members. However, this is the same for all of you. For Marius, Trey, MD, and Reginald all seem frozen. For MD, Marius, Trey, and Reginald all seem frozen. Vice versa. The sky is a colorless gray. Not even just like a gray scale. It is a solid single shade. And a voice echoes around like it's speaking through some sort of intercom system. Attention. Anomaly detected. Please remain still while analysis is underway. This robotic monotone just briefly speaks out. And what feels like a second passes into an eternity of just nothing happening. And then everything rushes back as if it happened only in a second. Everything regains its color, sensation returns to normal, motion starts to return, and the voice comes back. Thank you for your patience. Analomical dissonance undergoing calibration. Please refrain from further disruption to temporal immortality, and have a pleasant day. And everything returns to normal.
Above table. What was that, like Cerebro or something like that from X-Men? Like that's
No,
what
that was our guide in the Universal ride, the Hulk roller coaster. There was an issue while we were on the ride.
Yes,
so,
that's what it was.
So I've seen this. We need to kill ourselves to get out of this simulation. And
right. So, was I the only one to experience that one?
No.
Nope. I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep.
Is there anything I could roll to like what the heck that was?
Sure. Let me see here.
There's not a computer stat on here. There's not like a
There's
data
not.
stat. Or...
There's not a
You got
theme
a
park
simulation.
attendant.
Well, you got to have lore computers.
Did God never just talk to you
You
guys
can't.
too?
Give
Yeah.
me.
Tell you to stop?
It's weird that it's this, but okay, according to Paizo. Give me a religion check.
Yeah,
I can do
God
that.
just talked
That's
to
not
you.
weird.
Natural 19, also plus 13. That is a 32.
Nice.
That
Or just
had a
sysadmin.
sensation similar to when you saw the strange orb with the multiple arms
yes.
coming around.
That's what I was thinking at first.
But you didn't see anything.
Right.
You saw everything go colorless and the world freeze. And then this voice speak out of nowhere, and then everything returned to normal.
Fun fact: MD is a master in religion.
What'd you get?
I can roll.
You can roll on this.
I rolled a 16 plus an 18 is a
32.
34.
Uh,
34. 16 plus 18.
Yeah, 34.
Don't make me question my math. I got really confident in that.
No, I was just about to say, you got the same number as him? No, I just was off by 2. But
Hey,
you
hey.
both, the sensations this feels is the same as both of you have felt in the past, but in different situations. It feels like something to do with whatever that strange four-armed creature was that you've both seen. You, the weird swirling blue one, and MD, the one that
Took away my best
physically
years of my
aged
life.
you.
Took away the best years of my life. Do I look older?
Was that the vortex looking one?
Right now?
Do
You
I
didn't
look
see
older?
anything.
No, the one that did.
The one that
his-
did it to him was the one that looked like it had like a
Yes, 'cause
galaxy
it's
at the
Yeah,
start
yeah,
with an
normal.
empty face.
No. I mean, like, do I look older than what I was like 5 seconds ago?
Nope.
Have I aged in?
No, nothing changed there.
Okay, good. I don't want to die. Too young to die.
It felt like you were frozen for weeks in place.
I don't have.
And
one.
then in an instant, your mind just decided, no, it's not been weeks. It's been like half a second.
Okay, good. As long
And
as-
then everything returned to normal.
Whoever wrote this campaign has
Stasis.
been on drugs, man.
all right, cool. We're going down. We're going. I'm
You-
leading the way.
You head off towards this hidden cave that
Right.
was pointed out to you, which once you get close enough to it, Marius has no problems just like,
Pulls the
that
shots.
foliage isn't natural. It's very clearly been placed there. It's not even growing. Half of it's dead because it's not been maintained for a month.
There is a path in the grass.
Yeah, it's very tiny because it's goblin feet.
You pull
But
out
there
the-
is a path.
Pull out the broken sconce from earlier, put it down, and pull it.
Yeah, it does.
I pull on a tree limb.
You pull on a tree limb. It does descend and opens up a secret door. Inside is a large assortment of pickles.
He knows what he's doing. We're not
Sticky
stopping.
lip,
We're going.
lip.
No, I'm not stopping. I
And
just Tyrannus keep up.
he doesn't flinch. Like, he has no idea what you're talking about of did you see that or have the same thing happen. He just kind of gives you a confused look and follows. And you all
He's all
head down a winding cave that very clearly has like a flattened floor and a ceiling high enough that you could like take a cart down here. Not a
Slide.
very large cart, but something that could be used to, say, move bodies for interment.
a mine cart.
or a body cart. Bring out your dead
I
style.
have those.
There's a track.
Or we
Not
call
a
those
track per se. It's
call
not been
that
used
food
in
cart.
ages, but
food truck.
it doesn't
I
look
got
like
it.
it was frequently used. So, but it definitely, Helba described as there are dead things down there, and Tyrannus knows that they used it as a crypt. So,
Cammy hasn't moved this
She's-
entire time,
still feels down.
and she's
Even-
not one for sitting still.
Sorry to hear that.
That's me.
Even as you continue down this winding tunnel, she still feels even further down.
We're going. We're moving fast.
You continue down through here, and as you approach, you can see some lights in the distance, just like torchlight. Someone has lit something down here somewhere. And almost immediately, as soon as you can see it, you hear fighting. And it is not a small amount of fighting. There is yelling. You can hear arrows being fired. You hear what sounds like bones cracking, yelling, what sounds almost like screeching monkeys, and loud, just gurgling frogs almost. It sounds like a war is going on in this cave. And coming down, you find what is pretty much a rectangular hallway about 15 feet wide, just going down into darkness. And on your side of it is a swath of skeletons, undead, and what looks like floating pillars of red energy taking over armor. And further down the hallway appears to be just a series of bipedal monkeys in armor with whips and blades, Weapons are being hurled your direction towards the undead. There's clearly one that you can see with a massive, like, almost dragon's clawed gauntlet on his hand that is glowing red with flame, shouting orders in a language you do not understand, just issuing forth as these two forces are clashing.
It's not
and you can
draconic,
see
is
it is not.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I do actually have...
Nope. But you can see on either side of this hallway several doors, a couple of which have been opened up, and you can see more undead rushing in. And further down, several that haven't been opened yet. But there's no way further in here than past whatever is happening here.
You think you can get the leader?
Yeah. I want to turn to the goblin and ask,
Oh, Helba does not come with you.
Oh,
okay.
She points it out and is going to stay.
well, if any of her friends are here. Sorry.
No. Already charging in.
Yeah, I'm right behind Trey.
Well, if Corey would like to
Bow.
show you what is happening,
Too late.
you are going to be going to initiative here.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in this one. This was the reason I introduced the cleave rule earlier, because this was the fight I intended to have a caster present for.
If a caster was here, the fight would be over very quickly.
Cammy casts Divine Fireball.
Oh no.
Well, the fight's done.
The end.
Oh, are we rolling initiative? Or
I
you
rolled a
going?
30 total.
30 total for MD.
27 for me.
34. 34.
See, there's enough bodies here. It
And
doesn't matter.
Are
I'll
you
still get to
using
go.
your...
Can I not use it?
Yeah, you can just roll normally.
Sweet. Then I rolled a 25.
All right.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Still towards 30.
30. Okay. So 25 is
You
up
just have
there.
to you have to declare if you're using it before you roll.
Yeah.
So then that means if I don't declare, then it's normal.
You're not using
Yes.
it, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's how I want that to be.
So,
I
we're
do
just gonna
declare.
use
I
two
do
here.
declare. Oh, I miss Ella. Ella was a lot of fun. Speed.
This will be for the living enemies. And this will be for the undead. And they haven't taken notice to you. They are fighting each other currently.
Oh, they'll be noticing here in about 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Get the leader.
And while this is going on, Marius, would you like to give me a perception check?
Sure, why not?
You're good at these.
I can see things.
You
38.
You can hear behind, even among all this combat, you can hear a sound that is much different from the others of these undead rattlings and these monkeys screeching and yelling at each other. You can hear what sounds like a very angry bear behind one of the closed doors that is between the two forces. And that door does not look like it's gonna hold up very well.
Okay.
It's pretty worn, and you can even see it shaking a little,
more
like
bear.
something is hitting it from the other side.
Okay. There's a bear.
There's a bar.
That's
All right,
unbearable.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and pull on it really hard, so hard that you can hear it start to vibrate and like let out this kind of like musical tone. And I'm gonna use Song of the Bow right at the center of the
Front
most
lines
people
be
possible,
gone.
and just-
Yeah, you're pretty much going to be able to hit all of the frontline fighters. Both of them have these forces in the back that are like reach weapons and ranged like combatants. The leader of the living forces is in the back giving commands, but you're going to absolutely obliterate these central forces.
yeah, I just want to aim for the middle so that the whole AoE just hits everything that I can. 13. I forget if I actually had anything to that for the AoE, but that would be like a
Aiming at a-
33.
I mean, it's just
For-
to target
yeah.
a square, and that's AC 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
if you're not trying to hit a dude, you're just hitting AC 5.
Okay.
If you want to hit a guy with the arrow and then make it explode, you got to hit their AC.
Right.
But if you're just targeting like center mass,
Burst, 5d10 sonic damage.
And that's a reflex save, right? Or is it fortitude with the sonic?
It is Basic fort.
Okay. I will roll 1 for both groups because I don't feel like rolling 300 saves.
25, 30.
That's a 7 and a 2. Spoiler alert, they both crit fail.
30.
All right, that's 30, and any who are alive or death.
Well, the 3 Boggard warriors are gone. The 7 Chiruka warriors are gone. The 8 skeleton guards are gone. The 2 whites are actually alive because those are actually going to have slightly different saves unless they roll bad. That is a 18 and a 19, so they are actually going to probably fail, but
That's
not
fail.
critically fail. So they're still alive. But that takes out pretty much the entirety of the center of the fight
Perfect.
and vastly cuts down the numbers before you.
Who needs casters?
Who's the most leadery looking person now?
The undead don't seem to have a leader. These whites seem to be like the strongest of their fighters. The one with the gauntleted hand that it was raising it up to order his troops forward, who sees them obliterated as he's giving this command and just blown to the walls, cracking against each other, skeletal bones flying apart. He definitely was commanding troops.
Okay, I'm gonna hunt prey on the bear behind the door, number 1.
Can't be a leader. You
All
have
right.
nothing to lead.
And yeah, I'm just gonna stop. I don't even need another turn.
Alrighty. Marius'
Oh, that
turn
is
is
2 actions,
over.
yeah.
MD.
Are we right up on the back lines of these undead?
Yes, you're towards the back of the undead.
Like, how far away are they from us?
Probably about 20 feet. Down the hall.
Okay. Never mind. And Cammy's down.
She is down. Like, from here, she feels like she is maybe up to 100 feet forward and then straight down.
I want to use an action to take Marius' longbow if you would hand it to me.
Sure.
That's a thing we can do now. And then I'm
Yep.
going to pull arrows out of his quiver and just take aim at the monkey leader.
All right.
So 1 action to do that, 1 action to shoot. 2. 21.
That will hit him.
What's the longbow's damage, sir?
2d8.
2d8.
And, yeah.
I don't actually know what all my damage was. It's a 7 on the dice. Probably like plus another.
Mine is +4. I don't know how that changes
Mine's
for you.
different. Plus, we'll just say +4.
Yeah, it should be the same because weapon specialization.
Yeah. So sub +4,
Alrighty.
11,
11 damage on the leader.
and then second shot at the leader. I rolled a 9 this time, so it's the same.
Yep, that still hits then. Hit the first time, hits the second time.
Higher. 11 plus 4 is 15.
Up to 26 total on him.
Oh, is the sonic damage only against?
It's only against prey. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. Okay. And it's
Which
kind of.
he's his hunted prey, not your hunted prey.
I know. And I just kind of had the bow out to the side, ready to pass it back to Marius on his turn.
Thank you.
On your turn, you gotta take an action, take it back from me. But
Oh,
I love
sad.
that so much. I love this. I love the idea of just throwing a weapon between people and
It's
attacking with it.
such a nice feature of not having to spend 2 actions to do it now.
Yeah, you just have to like use an action to ready to give it to someone, and they use an action to grab it.
Ah,
It was like a total of 4 actions people had to spend.
Right.
It was awful.
Bouncing
Remaster.
happily on my feet, I will saunter forward, raise my shield, and lash out at whatever this middle specter is.
Those, just so you can refer to them, they are called Hell Crowns.
I will lash out at the Hell Crown, and just having positioned myself at spear's reach from these guys, I am ready to start the blender. Does a 26 connect?
Yes.
Wow, I hit them on a 3.
I'm gonna let him have fun.
Well, that will be 15 damage.
It is still alive after that.
I don't do a lot of damage. I hit a lot of times.
This thing is, it basically looks like a suit of floating armor and helm with just dust filling it. You stab into this, it's not like you're hitting an incorporeal creature. There's weight behind this.
Oh, am I hitting the armor?
You hit the armor and dig into it.
But no, like, is the armor the target?
No.
Okay, because raising.
It doesn't have any resistance. It's legally not even incorporeal.
It's made of dust.
Yep. Let's see here. From Oroku-san. Corey's figuring out what this is in the moment. Here it is.
It's a hero point for the whole table. 2 villain points.
I can't do sense in this, so I
Oh,
guess an
whoa.
extra villain point for funnies. This has been a lot. This is a hero point for the whole table, so everyone gets a hero point. We will get you some cards here, which I only have Marshall Boys today. Though, Reginald has some spells. Do you want some Cami card?
Sure.
Okay, we'll give you Cami card. Those are for you too. Those are for you too. Hero point for the whole table, 2 villain points, and also a woe. Enjoy the chaos from the Court of Silks. Don't worry, I will.
Press on. Just shake it off.
Rampage. No one is safe.
Hold the line. Steady. Steady!
Hey.
You gonna read yours or not?
Oh, sorry, my bad. Warding sign. Quick draw. A butterfly.
One of my favorite ones. One of the favorite flavor texts on those. Alrighty. Well, you got 2 more. Well, 1 more action because you had to run up to him.
No, run up,
shield.
raise shield.
Oh, you're
stab.
raising shield. All right then.
That's one of my required things to do for my reactions.
And this brings us to the living enemies, which the cleric, seeing most of his forces immediately wiped out, just kind of looks around, sees where the arrow came from, past the undead, and sees a dwarf because you have your Hat of Disguise on.
He's not even holding the bow.
He's
I'm
not.
still holding
You're
the bow.
holding the bow, and is confused. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Nope.
This wasn't supposed to happen at all. And then the static comes back. He moves his arm in a way that doesn't seem like he has control over it. The gauntleted hand cracks without, like, he clearly is concerned with this motion. Because this gauntlet doesn't look like it's made to move. It looks like it is a weapon on his hand that's meant to rake people with it. The thumb and finger come together to snap before it locks back into place. He has a pained expression on his hand, and the entire living side of this fight stands back
Did
up.
Thanos snap his forces back?
Yes,
Yeah.
in a woe from Oroku-san.
What a cheater. You can't do that.
That's copywritten.
Well, it's a backwards snap, right? 'Cause he brought him back.
It's what Iron Man. It's what Tony Stark Iron Man did. Spoilers.
And as that happens, he goes to speak, and that same robotic voice comes out of his lips, and he looks concerned about it, just as much as anything else that's currently happening. Adjustment has been made in an attempt to remedy issue. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I'm not an issue. You're an issue.
I'm an issue.
Man, I feel like I'm missing something.
Or I just want to find Cammy and wake up.
No, that was Brett speaking.
I just want to find. That's Colby speaking.
Okay, got it.
I just want to stab stuff.
We got plenty of things.
I'm hungry.
But he
I'm hungry. I'm bad.
looks around, sees his forces suddenly back on their feet, confused, and just brings this gauntlet into the ground, grips it, rips a chunk of stone up, throws it towards one of the skeletons, and in the action of doing that, the gauntlet glows, and you see about 10 feet around him just starts burning with embers in the air. And he's going to make attack on one of the skeletons.
Ooh,
Skeleton.
man.
Well, that's a nat 20. That skeleton, its brains.
brains.
Yeah.
Its head is gone.
Along with his brains. His brains are gone too.
The whites did not have a lot of health after the 30 damage, and it is dead.
Cool.
One of the whites is gone. Let me mark that off. And that's his turn. The boggards in the back that will get their action this turn just fire volleys into the undead. And seeing you two there, two of them are going to fire shots at you.
I dare you.
That's going to be misses on you.
I wish I was a monk.
A miss and a miss. And two more misses. So they're going to fire 3 shots at both of you and miss 3 times each.
It's okay. You'll do better with practice.
And you see the arrows clattering to the ground have this like green slime on the arrowheads.
I think the poison.
The bow sneezed.
Taste the slime.
It did.
You taste it?
Poison. That brings us to Reginald.
All right. I am going to. I don't know how far away they are, but can I do the devise a stratagem on the monkey man there?
He is probably about 60 feet down the hallway from you. The undead are about 20 feet. The living forces front line is about 40.
Okay, so my crossbow is in range of that.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to, as kind of studying everything he just did, devise a stratagem on him. I'm going to take a fire at him specifically. That is a 10 plus 18. That's 28.
That will hit. Does not crit.
All right.
This guy actually has some AC.
That's 2d6. That's right there. That's
And 3d6.
yeah, that's 5. That's 7, and then another 3d6. 7 plus 10, 19 total damage on him, and then I am going to, in questioning of all this, seeing where this goes, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
All right.
So as I study and fire away and go, knowing that I hit quite well, but
He doesn't look great right now after that hit. He's looking pretty injured.
yeah, and then I just cast invisibility.
And you disappear.
Oh no, Reginald ran away. I'm
That's-
usually easy
that's-
doing this.
To the
know
undead.
I didn't do that. You even hear that. You know I didn't go anywhere.
One of the whites being down, the first one that is still standing, as well as these 2 other skeletal figures that wield these big halberds in these black and red plate, rush forward to meet the remaining forces that just a second ago were on the ground, and by the time they get there are standing back up and ready to fight again.
There's so many
They're going to take some attacks on them. Meanwhile, these 4 figures, these weird floating armors, are going to turn towards Trey, who has rushed up to one of them. And they just float out what looks like a rusted iron nail. No hands or anything holding this, and it just flings towards you.
That sounds like 4 ranged attacks.
It is.
That's going to be 2 AOOs.
These are actually... No, they are ranged attacks.
Well,
Yep.
so it's an attack and it's at range.
Yep. And you're in range of at least 2 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's going to be a crit on the one that I already hit
He's dead.
because that's a
That's
30.
one less attack.
Or, sorry, that's a 40.
He's dead. He's dead. He big dead.
All right, and let's see. 8 and 8 is 16, 32.
That's crit.
No, that's damage.
32 damage. Is that on the one that...
That's on the one that I already hit.
Okay, 32. It's going to carry over. That's going to take care of the one that you can also reach, so you won't even need to roll an attack on the second one. The other 2 are out of your reach.
Yeah.
So you can take care of both of those.
Oh, well, then that's 1 reaction kills 2.
Yeah, you have a second reaction you don't need to use.
Look, great
Well,
value.
worst case scenario, shield block twice.
Yep. 2 of these are going to come in at you. One of those is definitely going to miss. The other one is a 28 to hit.
Not even close.
Yeah.
That would hit me.
They got 2 more of these they
Even
can
without
send
my
you
shield
away.
raised, he missed.
So we're just going to see if they roll 20s, because they're just going to fire off more of these at you. Nope. None of those hit. so there is only 2 of those left. So we're down to 1 white, 2 of the Hell Crowns, and the other Hell Knights are up there. They're fighting in the melee. All right, that's them. Marius, why don't you give me a flat D20 check? Just flat roll.
8.
An 8? You see that door definitely getting beat into. It's not burst through yet. It's getting close.
He wants to go fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that door's not looking right. That's some poor craftsmanship, man.
Okay. I take my bow back.
That wood's not working.
If you have my bow, you have his bow.
My bow. And
have
also
your
his
bow.
bow.
I will just I will keep my prey on whatever is behind the door, and I will just fire a shot at I don't know, whoever is in front of me. I'm just gonna really just kind of shoot toward a crowd.
Yeah, you can shoot at anybody. I have general DCs to hit the.
General DC. 31.
Do you want to shoot at the living or the undead? Undead are closer to you.
Living. This is
All right, you're just firing into the crowd that stood back up.
yeah. The
Easy enough.
reliving.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay. Not my prey. 12, 16.
All right, that'll take out 2 of the Chiruka warriors.
Ah,
And a math. 29.
It hits. That actually, no, that would hit. Yeah, with these guys, they don't actually have. They're immune to crits with the big group.
9, 13.
13. All right, that'll take out another warrior and pretty heavily injure another one. So they're down to 3 warriors with 1 pretty injured, or 4 warriors and 1 pretty injured.
All right, whatever thing is behind the door is mad and might be coming out soon. So,
Trey can handle it.
yeah.
that'll be fine.
Get ready to take cover. Or not.
I believe that's all your
There's
action,
plenty of
right?
I'm
Yeah,
running
that's
into
all.
the
Grab your
middle.
shoot.
There's
What do
plenty
you
of
mean
other
take cover?
things that can be.
How far away is
attacked.
the leader with the dragon claw from me?
About 60 feet with all of the guys living in front of him in the hallway.
Yeah, if I had 80 feet of movement, can I get to him?
You're going to be having to make multiple successful tumble through checks, but yes.
I just want to cast warp stuff and get to him. That'd put me at 40 movement speed, two strides immediately.
Give me an acrobatics check to get past all these guys. Because they do act as a single unit.
We could like run up to them first and then warp step. Right?
37.
That's just fast.
Yeah, you just
You cast a spell. and move after.
like these guys are still recovering from being dead.
Yeah.
So they're still kind of groggy, and you just rush between them before they have the
Also,
chance to recover.
As I enchant warp stuff, you see MD just kind of, he's now just barehand. He has 2 gauntlets on. You see him crouched down, big wicked grin, and his tattoos along his arm, like footsteps, start lighting up, and you just hear him yell out, "Crack!" and he just kind of starts jittering, and he runs faster than normal because it kind of seems like he's just missing steps. So someone goes to swing at him, he just kind of now behind them, and he just keeps going until he's right at the leader.
Your full boxing stance just right up
and
to
it's
this
an
dude.
uppercut.
He's not huge. You are low enough where you are eye level with him, and a punch forward is going into his chest.
16 on the die would be a total of a 37.
That is a crit.
Is he flat-footed?
In this instance, you don't have an ally nearby.
Wasn't expecting this.
He wasn't. He was expecting a lot, and that's a 4 on the die. He definitely wasn't expecting this. He is flat-footed.
Cool. Let me have it. It's just a bare knuckle punch. So 5.
Gauntlet punch. It's
9.
a D6 and lethal.
The
Gauntlet's
oh,
a
it's a
D4.
gauntlet. It's a D4, but
It is
Oh.
lethal, though.
it is lethal.
Oh, yeah,
5,
you don't have the special gauntlet.
9. My math just stopped. 12 plus 7,
3.
19.
He had 10 health left.
Not anymore.
So you rush this dude and
Even
get a
without the
punch
sneak
in.
attack.
What happens to him?
It's literally just a good old-fashioned uppercut to the jaw, and I just hear bones shatter. Like, oh,
Whoops.
oops.
He's in the middle of screeching in this unknown language, seeing his troops get back up, ordering them, and just Suddenly, orc punch, head snaps.
Oh my god. Got it. Got him.
And he's just sent flying. You hit him hard enough, he bounces into the ceiling 15 feet above you, bounces back into the floor, and lands among these frog people with the bows, just staring like... And all 4 of them just have their bows drawn on you.
Please. Please.
And well, he's dead.
Yep.
So we're that's still my initiative marker for the living forces.
Got him. Don't worry. Give a thumbs up to Trey.
Back to Trey here. You've got 2 of these Hellcrowns just outside your reach. And a couple other fellas.
Going into the middle of everything.
Just rushing up into the melee.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hellcrowns don't have attack of opportunity, that's for sure.
I'll hit one on the way by. I assume it's just a move to get into the middle of everything.
Yeah, it's just one move action
Yeah.
to get up there.
I'll
They're only
hit
20
one
feet
of them
away.
on the way by, and then raise my shield and just sit there in the middle of all of it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a swing on them. As I throw my hero point.
Does a 33 connect?
Yeah, that's a crit. You're not crit immune.
All right. 28 damage.
He's gone. 1 left.
And then I'm just in the middle.
You are in
Here
the
to have a
middle,
good
just
time.
ready to go. And that is the living forces, who I'm just going to refer to my earlier rolled bunch of attacks for this combat, so I don't have to roll 300 attacks.
I assume that I can hit 2 of them.
These are all melee attacks.
Yeah.
You move to them.
I have 10 feet of reach.
Oh, you're just moving up, so you're within 10 feet.
I
So
have
then
some
absolutely
of them
you
have
can hit.
to move to me to get
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
So that's going to be a 32
Dead.
What Space Marine 2 is like, by the way.
and a 31.
Dead. They cannot survive a crit from you as individuals, so that's going to be probably two of the Taruka warriors down, so that's going to leave them with 2 more, and then 2 of the Boggart warriors, we'll say, so it's going to be 1 and 2 of them left. So there's only going to be 3 of these melee attacks coming at you.
Are any of them nat 20s?
That's what I'm checking right now.
That's all that matters.
Let's see. I have a chart here of 20 rolls, so I'm going to see which set of rolls you get. You get rolls 18 and 12. No, but one is a 19. That
Do they have a plus
is-
12 to hit?
If they had more living allies, they would,
You did
but
it.
they don't. So that
Exactly.
one is gone.
Rip.
The other one is the 12. That is 3 misses. Because they needed 18, 19, or 20 to hit you, depending on how high their numbers are. And,
They're sitting at 20s only right now.
yep. The white, though, as you rush by, is going to get an attack of opportunity with your movement. And he is going to use... That's a...
Is it a 20?
1. It's a 1.
Yeah.
So, no.
Because he rolled a 1, I can't do anything, but it's funny.
It is funny.
You get to laugh in his face.
You do get to laugh at him. You get to make fun of the guy.
Teehee.
So like the opposite of an intimidating glare. A shameful laugh.
Bon mot. It's just bon mot.
It is
just a
Bonbo,
Bonbo.
yeah. If you were a swashbuckler, you would get panache.
Yeah.
But that is their turn. Then, MD, you got a bunch of arrows coming at you.
Yeah, hit me.
Let's see. That is set 6 and
Are you not
8.
entertained?
18 plus... That would be a 28 to hit you.
That hits.
All right.
Please.
You get a grand total of, from one of these ranged
7
attacks,
damage.
9 damage.
Oh man, we need a medic.
Medic.
And the other
You'll be all right.
Ooh.
It's just a flesh wound.
The other fella,
No, MD, don't
Stop being a
die on me.
pansy.
that is another hit. The other one would miss because it's 1 lower. Another 9 damage. And
Rick
then
Raised in the house.
the other
An owl
2. Nope, that's another one I've already used. There we go.
I'm sad I
3
can't use my
misses.
third reaction for
3
AOE.
misses. burning through the 3 misses club.
Oh, did any of these guys were any of them adjacent to me when they walked away towards Trey?
None of them walked away. They were
Oh.
already up in melee with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran off into the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that brings us back to Reginald, who is now invisible.
Reginald's invisible.
Should be.
Yeah, I think it's 1 action.
Invisible fox.
All right.
Can't be damaged
So now that I'm
at all.
invisible, I'm going to run along the wall to where the bear is being trapped in that door.
Yep.
Being completely invisible. Before I do so, I believe once I attack or do any action, I
Hostile
break
action.
invisibility.
Hostile action. So opening a door doesn't break it.
But what if? Well, I don't want to be too close. You would be up to your discretion. I would probably have to slightly attack the door to open it, or do I just
I
here you
attack
go,
every
Mr.
door.
Bear? Like that would be weird. I don't
Is
know.
the door openable, I guess.
Yeah.
Is
The
it-
door is falling apart and doesn't look like it's even going to be standing on its hinges after this turn.
Got it.
So it doesn't look like it's going to take much to
All right.
put it
So
down.
as I'm invisible, I run towards where the door is, and then I don't know why I'm doing it in the accent, but I am. I actually
It's your
narrating.
internal monologue.
Yeah, it's my internal monologue. That's very true.
We hear you.
I take out my vaporous pipe, blow smoke everywhere, so I'm also invisible in that too.
Yep.
And and then I because I can see through that, and then I smash the door open and I move out of the way.
You smash this door open and immediately hear just a roar of a bear rushing forward. And in the smoke, you see it's not a huge bear, but it is a fairly large black bear.
Yeah.
Just rush out of the room, sniff the air, turn towards the living side, and just bound towards them. And why don't you give me 2 d20 rolls?
Okay.
Bear.
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 I can barely believe it.
One is a 9, and one is.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Let me say the first one first, so we flip this around. One is an 11, the other one is a 9.
Okay. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
So the 11 is
November
going to
9th.
hit. The 9 is going to miss. And why don't you roll me 2d10?
Okay.
You control the bear.
You are actively.
the bear.
You are rolling for the bear right now.
You freed the bear. He's your friend.
You are the bear.
6.
You be the bear.
6 total on that, plus its +8 modifier is going to be 14 damage. And that's going to kill the last of the Boggart warriors, who are the frogmen in the melee. So, you free this bear, see it run forward. Trey sees a bear show up beside him and launch at a frog and just start devouring it.
Frog
He
leg. No more
hungry.
frog.
It's a French bear.
Bear.
And then, how many actions is your mist?
Well, I ran.
You did the mist and the door.
Ran mist door.
Yeah, ran.
Yep,
your
so that's
Kind of
everything.
standing there cloaked in mist.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
now
I mean,
have
if
a
it was
bear
cool for me to
friend.
kick it open and move off to the side.
Yeah, that's fine. You're
Yeah.
you're not in the bear's way.
Yeah, I
getting
want to
of
get it out of the
door.
bear's way.
Make another one smaller and put it in its mouth. In the boggart's mouth.
Frog eat frog world.
Which, by the way, I don't know if we noticed with the illustration that's happening here. One should be behind the other, but we don't see a monkey's head.
Yeah, I tried to do it, but was sort of in a rush, putting like 40 guys on a map.
Right.
Just keep doing it.
Bear.
Bear.
The infinite cycle.
Wait,
This is what the actual anomaly
What's the
is.
staircase that keeps going back into itself.
I don't know.
No,
It's-
this is
but it's
the
Boggart.
Fibonacci. This is the Fibonacci sequence. That's
Of
all this is.
Boggart.
Fibonacci bear quince.
It's Boggart.
The Frogonacci
Oh,
sequence.
Sully says
There we
bear.
go.
Bear. Hi,
Bear.
Sully.
Well, the undead are going to continue this fight. However, they're not doing great.
Sammy's dead.
Their numbers are pretty low. And we're
Cheers.
going to roll.
Oh, wait,
Cheers.
no, only the bear gets to hydrate.
For bear. Cheers for the bear.
Oh,
Cheers for the bear. Bear.
The frogs are moist. It's got some hydration
Bear.
in it.
Yeah, yeah.
We can't. Fully stretching. Well, can we do it?
Stretch.
Here's
Oh,
my
we
secret.
touched. It
Fail.
definitely worked.
Here's my secret.
Fail.
There's nothing in this cup.
Fail.
Oh, Grandpa's bourbon. I'm just joking.
The last remaining white up in the melee with Trey, is actually going to kill another one of the Taruka warriors. Their numbers are dwindling fast. They are back down to a single one of the Taruka warriors. And that is Trey and a bear, 2 skeletons in armor, the white, versus one of the warriors. He's not in a good situation right now.
I'm doing great.
We could have cheered for Sully's help.
That was for her help. The bears for
We
her
imagined that it was. I did do a bunch of rolls behind the screen for the other Hell Crown, and it did not hit anybody.
Sounds about right.
It rolled 3 misses.
help. Sounds about white.
It rolled a nat 1, a 2, and a 4.
Rip.
Rip.
He had a bad time. Back to Marius.
Shoot him.
Guys, is the bear our friend?
Until it attacks Trey, yeah.
Okay. I'll hunt prey on, I guess, the white. And to change things up, so I'll shoot more arrows.
This just in.
Natural 1. Which does that matter?
What's the total?
It would turn a success into a failure, so.
Would it be a
it's still a miss.
21?
Yeah, that'll fail.
Okay. And then a 13, 30.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Seems fine.
5, 7, 12, 18, 22.
That does some good damage on it. And you see, at the end of your turn, once you finish up here, Tyrannus actually has space to get in here now. He will be joining the fight.
I'm glad he can join.
22.
He was not about to rush into all that fighting. 22 does hit.
Okay.
We might not be in our right minds.
I'm in
21
my left
would have hit, but the nat 1 made it a fail.
Nice damage.
Yeah, 12, 19, 23.
That is enough to take that white down. Actually, exactly enough to take that white down.
Ah!
Get him.
There.
All right.
Bear.
Bear!
And that is the bear. It has joined initiative. I had it act on that round with Reginald freeing it, but it is the bear's turn.
I lock eye contact with the bear and nod.
It's going to do a flat check to see who it's going to attack here, because it's got a Taruka and then a bunch of other people. That's a 4. It's going to attack one of the undead.
Bear.
Just
Bear.
one of the knights. Alrighty.
Dead in the mouth. Frogger.
Welcome to Pesh Bear.
Not going to hit on either of those. Not going to hit on that for a third attack either. Bear does not do much this turn, unfortunately.
He's just doing bare necessities.
MD?
Because it's the
How close are the bloggers to the bows?
About 10 feet away from you. They were just like 5 feet back from the guy you punched into the ceiling.
Welcome to Barry SMR.
They'll hear you.
They'll hear me. I'm gonna step in between 2 of them. Punching. I'm going back to my roots. Who needs a weapon?
Enact violence. Directly.
17 on the die.
That's crit.
Yep. Oh, they flat-footed.
These guys are not. They are at the ready.
Cool.
But they also have bows and are in melee, so they're not doing great.
8 damage.
Punch into one.
Punch.
Oh, punch into the same guy.
Yep. You got a 17 to hit. What was your total?
33.
So that's
or
a
30. Sorry.
It's definitely a crit, so it's 8 damage. It goes to 16.
Yeah.
And that scout is dead.
Oh.
You punch it. It is a frogman. He does not have a very hard skull, and it squishes.
Oh, I want to use this hero point from Oroku-san.
Okay.
As I just want a good punch. I just want a punch. I don't want a 2. I want a natural 20.
He is also probably dead.
The 1, so it's a total of 8, so it's 16.
He is also dead. They have exactly 16 health.
Thank you, Oroku-san. That crit was for you.
That takes them down to 2 scouts remaining.
Bear.
Bear.
Alrighty. Bear.
Get him, Trey.
Trey, you
2
have
strikes.
a fella.
Boggart, Skelebro,
Alrighty.
and then Ray Shield. Or not Boggart,
Taruka.
Charuka.
I can't.
Monkey man.
Spell Chiruka.
28 to hit the Monkey Man.
That is exactly a critical hit. We're close enough to Orlando. They can get here
8,
fast.
16, 32.
That will absolutely take down him and pretty heavily injured the skeletal Hell Knight beside you.
Perfect. And then, yeah, that's another crit because that's a 35.
And you're attacking this Hell Knight, so they have an even lower AC
Yeah.
than the living guys because they're undead.
8, 12, 24.
Yeah, he did.
I saw that.
The undead, only remaining undead is one of the Hell Crowns that is closest to, I think, Marius right now.
And then I'm just going to raise my shield.
Alrighty.
Didn't really
The
see
bear
the
gets to
skull in his
continue
chest.
doing bear things until it touches me.
And you specifically.
Well, there's not many living guys left here.
They should run.
The two boggards are absolutely going to see what is happening, kind of look around. They don't really have much place to go. There's a door behind them that is open that they just go to flee through. And they run off.
Yep.
That will not save them.
Thanks for playing.
You do see them just like spend 2 actions running away and loosely, they don't even try to like spend an action worth of effort to shoot these arrows. They just loosely fire and hit the door frame inside. You can hear them clatter off as they run away. And that just leaves the one Hell Crown.
I'm going to guess it's not smart enough to know it should just dissolve.
It is an undead.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Well, as basically still invisible from this
Your vape?
smoke.
Your
and
vape.
Your sick vape cloud.
The sick vape cloud
Sick.
that I can see through and whatnot.
Aw.
I will have my crossbow, which I think I had it loaded.
Yeah, you haven't fired it.
No, I haven't fired it. So loaded, and I will go ahead and fire away at that fella right there.
If not, you have the action economy to load it and shoot it.
Sure. With devise a stratagem first.
Yes.
Let's see if I'm actually going to use this one. Probably 7 plus 19, 26. Hits it.
That is exactly a crit.
Who
Oh.
did it?
How about that? All right, here's the 2. That's 8 plus 2, I believe. That's 10.
Doubled to 20 is exactly how much health they have. That is the final combatant in
Well, he
this
also
fight.
gets 3d6 that is doubled.
Yeah, and
Well,
then
the 20 is enough. But give me the damage anyway, because rolling
plus
dice
the
is
other
fun.
10, so it's 40 again.
Well, that is double killing this thing. If you had another target, you would have killed 2 of them.
Ah,
There's a bear.
You know, he's just munching.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually seem all that aggressive now that he has a bunch of things to eat.
Roll for handling. Roll for animal
Crunch.
handling.
I say we.
I'm going to take that fancy gauntlet.
You pick it up, kind of give it a look over. Give me a religion check.
It's cheaper than what you're wearing.
8.
I rolled a 9.
Looks like pretty fancy gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
I think
Okay.
it might
Close
be
that
like,
door.
It might
I'm
be
going
one
through
of those
that
like
door that
marquee.
I'm not putting it on because I can't.
There
use
is
a
no
weapon
escape.
in
If
my
they're
shield.
adjacent to me, I would have used a reaction to follow them, but
You see, as everything starts to kind of come to a close here, Tyrannus, noticing one of these undead clatter to the ground, leans over and starts to pull something off one of its hands. As blood is dripping from your weapons, dust from these undead is starting to fall through the air. A almost dull heartbeat catches, like you had been wounded, like something cut you. Not deep, but enough of that like uncomfortable pain of just like a fresh throbbing wound. But it's almost like it's in the air around you rather than on your body itself. The brickwork along the walls and the fallen bodies of these undead and whatever these creatures were that just kind of were here seem to almost change position and glitch as if they're shifting around without actually moving, just here in one place, then the next, then the next. And that voice returns. Attention. Analomical dissonance increasing at exponential rate. Dispatching correctional assurance agent momentarily. Please remain where you are until agent arrives. But before the voice can finish those last few words, the ground below you all disappears. And you are falling.
Whee.
But it doesn't feel fast as much as it does rush of air. You know you have fallen. And then you're just standing on the ground below like you were there already.
Fast travel.
Kind of.
Is my smoke still there?
Your smoke is not there. You're in a completely different place.
Oh, okay.
You gotta revape.
You are, from
Take
what
another hit.
MD can sense from how he was before in relation to where Cammy was to where he is now, you've traveled dozens to hundreds of feet suddenly before everything stops kind of glitching out and seems to settle. And you find yourselves in a large circular chamber with a dried, empty fountain in the center, several gates in the walls, just looks like doorways that have no doors, decorated with various images, and a large square room at the north end, blocked by two 7.5-foot wide, massive doors made of some kind of metal. And just, you're here now. There is seemingly no way out of this room.
Besides the doors?
You don't know what's behind them.
Where's Cammy?
Well,
From senses, she should be in here.
I was going to say,
Somewhere.
if you say below, I will stand up from my chair, walk over, and slap you.
It's a
Feels like she should be in here.
circular room with gates. I have no idea where we are.
Gonna try opening a gate.
They don't have anything in them. They look like these big empty stone archways that are all decorated differently. One has kind of like this crystalline stalactite decoration to it. Another one's decorated with the art of sunsets in a desert. Another one has decorations of hawks, moons, and trees. Another one looks like it has wasps, wisps, and waves decorating it.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Another one with butterflies and stars.
That one does not.
That one sounds fun too.
You can give me a religion check to identify any of these.
He's like, these all sound fun. It's all elvish stuff.
It's
Also, you can give me a
14.
society if you would like.
can I
Society or
also roll any
Yes.
one of
It's
those?
a 30.
You would
with
identify
religion.
all of these with 30.
Almost.
Almost. Mine's
Wow,
like a,
you-
what did you? What was it?
I'm
Religion,
surprised,
society.
honestly.
Which one?
Either or. Society will give you different info than religion.
Society. That's only a 21.
20 does it.
Even I do it.
Looking around how this place is designed, this is not, especially with the dwarf who knows about stonework in the party here, this is not modern stonework. This is old. This is old. This is so old, it is pre-Earthfall old. This is before Thassalon. This is before modern Galarian. This is before anything that you know of recent history.
Imagine finding, like, modern technology buried amongst ancient ruins.
Yeah.
This is
This is incredibly old elven work. It is carvings and styles that date back thousands and thousands of years. And looking around, these gates and their decorations very clearly coincide with ancient elven gods, only two of which are really followed nowadays. Calistria and Desna. The others are various other elven gods. Kedifis, Findelara, I believe is how you pronounce it. Urilar, and Alceta. Alceta being the goddess of doors and transitions,
And rings.
teleportation magic. A quick thought on this. Elves had to have a way to get around back then, because they didn't have a lot of, safe ways to travel.
Back in my day, we
I
didn't
want to
need
use
travel.
something. I want to go up to whatever. So, are you saying in front of each one of these gates there's also like a that kind of represents like one of these like?
It's
or
like
there's
a
only
big,
two gates.
It's like a big stone arch that comes out from the wall
Yeah.
that's decorated, but
Yeah.
nothing is in it.
Cool. I'm gonna go in the middle of that.
Yep.
And put up my insistent door knocker.
Nothing happens.
All right. It's like, that was a good try. Because I think that what goes up like 5 feet deep or something like that.
It goes up to like depending on the material, it goes through up
Yeah.
to like 5 feet of ground, or depending on
Yeah.
what it's made of.
That didn't last. That normally gets me out of a lot of things.
Where is Cammy?
I don't know where.
She's in this. She's here somewhere.
Which door is like the closest to the direction she is relative to our position?
She feels like she should be dead center of the fountain.
Huh.
In the fountain.
She's in the fountain. Smash it.
They're in the walls.
Wait, insistent door knocker on the fountain.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Can I take a coin and I throw the
Assistant
coin
door
into the
knocker.
fountain and say I wish for Cammy?
You just hear a plink as it
how
hits the
surgery
stonework. There's no water in the fountain. It's completely dry.
Okay,
So-
we need some water.
The elvish god of gate and rings and door, is that all one?
It is
Yes,
one
Alceta.
Alceta, yes.
Okay.
There's several other here. One that is the god of crystals and magic, or goddess of crystals and magic. Another that's the goddess of architecture and art. Another that is the god of the hunting and moon. Another that is the goddess of whips, waves, and wasps, as well as revenge and various other things that Calistria is a... Calistria's a modern god. You know a lot about Calistria.
Yeah,
She's-
Calistria, Desna, and Alceta.
Yep. And Desna is butterflies, dreams, the stars, the night sky.
Which
Art
one was
is-
Kettleface?
Calistria's
Ketifus, hunting in the moon.
So Dream Stars Sky is very similar to what like we're a part of. Are we-
Desna. I mean, we could try praying to Desna, but
Is this a prayer thing? You have to pray to a specific thing, you think?
I don't know. We should have brought the halfling
Also-
with us.
Pull out the gauntlet. Does this matter at all?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that
Clearly
might be
magic.
Like, it might be like one of those.
Yeah, can
magic,
I look at the gauntlet and because I
monkey
mean I
gauntlet.
Go ahead and give
like,
me a religion check.
is that it? Religion? That's
Yeah.
it?
I'll
religion.
look at it too.
Wow, I'm rolling so bad with this dice.
We'll look at it as well.
17.
A natural 20.
Thank you.
This is just a +1 striking gauntlet. However, if any of you were to wear it, it has an unholy rune on it, and that rune would probably do some bad stuff to you.
Take it and throw it in the fountain.
It just clatters onto the ground.
Don't touch it.
You do see a mark on the back of it of a god that's typically not followed, but is definitely very evil. Dayhawk.
Ah, cool. The Hawk's mark. You
I'm
said
gonna
there
go
is.
pick it up and put it back in my pocket.
It'll hurt you if you wear it.
Put it on.
That's
You
too
would.
tight.
I'm not good.
You're not good. It doesn't
There's-
feel good.
I mean, does it?
It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't feel good to wear this. It feels like you are actively like having it. It feels almost like when the Tatterman was stalking you. It just feels like something malevolent is following you.
Take it off. Put my normal gauntlet back on. It's not bad. Just feels weird.
You want that following you around all the time.
With my
Had worse.
all of my
Fair.
little traits of little, there's
I'm about to start breaking
clue
stuff.
in. Definitely the thing with the room, like something ever feels off with the room that we're in. As I came into this room, like that's even though we're in a roughly cohesive room, is there something that's like off from that? Like is the
There has to
fountain
be a way
newer, or
out of here. The fountain looks to be. This whole place seems to be the same age.
yeah.
A thing you'd immediately notice is one of the gates is broken, like physically destroyed. It's still, you can recognize the works on it and what's decorating it with the god that it's
Yeah.
associated with, but it is broken.
Can I go like investigate that? And
You'd
see if
look
there's-
over it and just kind of, its stonework is broken. That one
Stonework, you say.
is That one is actually the one that is linked to Alceta.
Alceta was the god of what?
Doors and
Portals.
transitions.
Yeah, portals.
That's who this place is named after.
Oh, and
Irony.
it seems like with that being broken, that might be the reason why we're getting all wonky and weird, because that could...
A bad nightmare.
That would be a good point, wouldn't it? And there you very quickly suddenly hear another voice in the room with you, look around and see a man in a black suit, kind of like a pearl cream colored undershirt with a light brownish kind of cream scarf.
Your self-insert.
We have art for this, actually.
Is it you?
This is your
I've dressed as
self-insert.
him as similarly as I can. However, he
It's Arcadis.
Oh look, that's
it's
Lord
fairly
Farquaad.
close. This is actually art from another AP.
Another studious-looking man.
He kind of looks at you all and just.
I wanna bully
Let's
him.
see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
can
one
barely
missing, and just reaches behind his back, pulls out a clipboard and a full ink quill pen, writes something down, and just it doesn't seem like there's too much damage been done.
I'm gonna hunt prey on him and start
You're
aiming
free
toward
to.
him.
And he just kind of looks around where you are. And well then.
What kind of dream
Seems-
state is this?
Well, it's hard to explain. I was
Seems like
dispatched a bit
someone's
late, it
controlling
seems.
We wouldn't have had to go through all this trouble if one of ours wasn't trapped down here.
Where's Cammy?
Who are you?
Here. You're asking a lot of questions, giving me no time to answer. I'm more than happy to give you answers. Apologies. Sorry. It's a lot. Usually, I'm sent down here faster for these situations, or the more associate agents can take care of things. I am Reginald. You may refer to me as Reggie. I know, fun coincidence, isn't it?
Yes. I guess.
Reginald, Huglum, Trey, Brick, MD, Marius.
Mars.
Not another
known
name
as
on that
Marius.
one. We'll get back to that at some point, I'm sure. For Reginald, Reggie, whichever one you prefer. Casual typically is what I go with, but
Few people call me Reggie. Most people call me Reginald as a profession.
everyone to differentiate it. That's up to
Reggie
you.
1.
Wait,
Reggie
hold on.
A.
Who? Why? What's the connection between us?
Oh, nothing. You're a problem.
I'm the problem.
No, not you particularly. I mean, yes, you, but it's all of you at this point.
Is this basically always supposed to run a certain way, but yet we caused...
Yes and no. You probably heard the voices, the announcements
Did.
telling you to stop. Of course, very rarely does that happen. The associates have just kind of gotten lazy these days.
I do too.
I'm
He hasn't answered my question.
sort of this. I'm trying to get to there. If you'll give me time,
Be
I understand
patient.
you're more the short-tempered sort.
Where's Cammy?
Can you
We'll get
hold
to
on?
that.
That's more important than anything else
There's
you're saying.
information you need to know to get there and understand what's happening.
Cammy's back on the boat. She's fine.
That's actually exactly correct.
I know. John makes sense. I'm just
So,
acting like I'm-
long story short, that ritual you all did had a bit of, you do... I'm not placing blame. I'm not calling anyone out. You didn't do it well. And that's where I'll say that. Badly enough that your focus, the one who finishes and grounds the ritual, stabilized it long enough for most of you to get here before being yanked back herself. She's awake on the boat, or was, is a keyword in that. You all, I'm sure, figured out you didn't dream your way here.
Nah, we've done this similarly before.
you didn't travel to a place. You did, but also you traveled much differently. You're probably, several decades into the future from your timeline currently.
Told you it was more of a when thing rather than a where
You are
thing.
older now.
Oh, I'm well past retirement.
Well, time's relative. You're still your same age given the moment.
I'm not.
Yes and no. From how this will be remedied, no time will have passed for any of you. It will be simple enough to handle. I can take care of all of that, provided we don't have any squabbles about it. I just want to make this perfectly clear. I will spell this out for you. And I know, for at least 2 of you, it may not be the most palatable choice. But unfortunately, it's not really up for discussion or options. I have to erase these events from your mind, return you to the ship, and make you basically forget any of this ever happened. I know that's a delicate situation, given your circumstances and your current time stream.
Reginald,
To be
sometimes you shouldn't say that. Because
Honestly.
it would be better just tell us what to do, because you seem like the one in control.
I work in bargains and dealings.
Ooh.
Not speaking what the terms are would be antithetical.
Oh, this is the devil.
I just want to forget you exist.
That would be part of it.
Thank you.
However, most of this would also be gone. That gauntlet, of course, can't go with you. Anything you've brought here with you, I have to wipe the minds of everyone involved here, reset the timeline at this place. Nothing for you all to be concerned with, but I can manage it myself. However, I can at least give you some recompense. One moment. It's nothing huge, and he just pulls the clipboard back out, writes a couple of things on it, pulls a sheet of paper off, and rips it into 4, and just hands it to Marius. 1 for each of you. 1 free minor alteration of fate. Back in your correct timeline. Nothing drastic, nothing that will shake up the status quo, but consider it a repayment for our lack of foresight and my associate agent's lack of action on this matter for not handling it sooner.
Okay.
If we're supposed to forget everything, how do we remember this is real?
Call it an alteration. Something you won't know happened, but you will know when to use.
Fair enough.
I just want to.
It's so funny how many questions I actually have, but
I can answer some of them. You won't remember a single one.
that's why
That's
logically
part of it.
everything's telling me just not to even ask any questions,
Can we-
because even though you might have all the answers, it makes no sense to even ask them.
I either want to kill him or just wake up.
I just want to get this over with. I want to get back to Cammy, please.
Don't kill him.
Can I just go to sleep?
Unfortunately, no. I will have to return you. You're not dreaming right now. You are fully awake. The time you spent here has been exactly the same amount of time that your companion has been trying to wake your bodies that are both here and there simultaneously. You've actually split yourself across timelines.
That's
Yeah,
not
second
important.
time.
Yeah,
I figured.
yeah.
It's not good.
Just wake us up. Do it now.
Well,
It's not really a
these won't exactly be pleasant. If you could all gather around,
are you
this
gonna
will
say?
just take a moment. Typically, this is a single individual spell at a time.
Hey,
so
where's
I'll have
the
to
bear
return
at
you
this
one
point?
along. Upstairs somewhere.
These
Wait,
are-
If
you
you
fell
didn't-
through like hundreds of feet of floor.
He didn't fall through as well with
Nope.
us?
He's
Oh.
up there munching some monkeys and
Frog
frogs.
legs.
Just imagine he's like clanging
send
into
the
the
bear back
walls,
with
just
us?
barely making it
I
down.
want the bear.
Right as we disappear, there's like
You
an
can't have the bear,
aftershock.
I'm
Can
sorry.
we
remember the bear?
You can't remember the
We
bear. I'm
have
sorry.
vague memories of the bear.
The bear will not exist for at least
We
4
don't
decades.
get to remember the entire episode of Pesh Bear?
No. What? I don't know what you're rolling for.
I'm rolling a die.
Murder.
13. Got it.
Well, I'm not quite sure what you're rolling this for.
Okay.
There's a secret bear behind me. I can see it.
Well then, if you're gonna kill me, go ahead and get it done with.
He's not,
Not so
killing
much
us.
killing.
Well,
Yeah, secret.
wiping your memories and leaving you with nothing is basically killing someone's ego.
Yes, but you'll be returned to the state you were in, so
We're only
nothing
losing a
will have
couple hours.
ultimately happened. And you are only losing a few hours. This isn't quite
So
as
we're
bad
really
as
not
what-
related in any way, shape, or form.
You guys talk a lot, so I'm assuming you are.
Are we related almost like how there was a weird,
I know-
different version of each one of them?
No, that wasn't... Those were a result of your interference and occurrence within the timeline. Because of your being here, certain events worked differently. Originally, within this timeline, Calmont was much more of a being of import. Half of the town hall lights on fire. A man named Buddy gets attacked by a rat, and it's a very long story about that. There's a lot that goes on.
Okay.
But if this doesn't happen in the way that it's supposed to, the remnant essence of the god Dayhawk will escape its prison in a few years' time, rend the world asunder, bring about an apocalypse. It's a whole thing.
It sounds like a
I'm
thing.
gonna slit my own throat.
We're just gonna take.
Well,
we're
Yeah,
just gonna let
yeah.
this
No,
guy, this
I'm
man in
actually,
black, do whatever he
again,
wants.
really somebody who loves answers.
Yeah.
Actually, don't really want any.
In terms of our relation, I honestly don't know. I know to the present and the past. I don't deal in futures beyond the events that I'm dealing with now and how they will result in the changes to what is meant to happen.
The only thing I have to say is Mahathala.
What?
You know you want to do it.
You're going first. And just
Ba-da-da.
casts a spell, and Trey
Halfway in between.
drops to the ground, convulsing. It doesn't look pleasant,
Oh gosh. is that
and
what's
then just disappears.
Oh,
Sounds horrible.
That's wonderful.
I wish
Unfortunately, it's not a pleasant experience.
It
It's
can't be
it's
worse.
quite
Pleasant
violent.
if you don't remember it.
Exactly. I don't have to make it feel good because you don't remember it happening.
That's
Can you make
horrible
it feel
medical
good?
practice.
No.
Well, that's just mean.
It's less of the fact of that
Hey.
and more that I'm actually partially erasing
Hey.
your timeline.
Reggie, snap at me. Get it over with. I'm tired of listening to you talk.
Oh, we lost the gauntlet. We could have tried snapping with that one.
Oh no, that was one of my agents attempting to correct things. It's a whole deal.
What if I shoot you
Stop.
and then you stab me?
You'd both die, and I wouldn't. Well, I'd return your dead bodies,
That's more
and then I'd have
preferable
to
hey,
figure out that mess. Yes, and does the same. MD starts convulsing on the ground and disappears.
Or you want to go to Marius next?
That's up to you. I can do this in any
It's like,
order.
I like-
Honestly, I'm far gladder that you all actually agreed to this rather than having to fight this out.
I take my job. I like to be, even though you guys, I won't know you. I don't want to look too disgusting, so I actually turn my coat around and I just completely cover my body with my coat.
Fair enough.
I don't want y'all seeing me like this.
And Reginald begins convulsing on the ground and disappears.
It's like it's a fox.
So, Lang, huh?
Can we please just go?
I was just trying to make small talk. And you all, soon after, wake up on the boat, as if a night after a ritual had occurred. And, well, another
Nothing
day.
happened.
Nope. No memory of what occurred. Though, those minor alterations of fate do remain. And as a thank you for all participating in this one-shot, you will all begin next session
Level
of
20.
Strange Aeons with a hero point.
Oh.
In addition to what you already had.
Nice.
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 But that will be all for us today, as our little venture into Book 1 of Age of Ashes has come to a close.
Speedrun, any percent.
You did essentially just speedrun the entirety of Book 1 of Age of Ashes.
Yeah, speedrun, any percent. That book, if you want to watch the actual running of it, we have that somewhere.
We do. Most of the beginning
wasn't
of that
half of
book
it.
is on the official Paizo channel. And then a lot of it also got moved to the Two Perception channel, which then is now... You can find all of it on the UGT VODs channel on YouTube, is
Yep.
where all of it is. If you want the Twitch VODs, they're spread across like 3 channels, and it's a nightmare to find. So just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's a fun realm globe-trotting adventure that I came in halfway through.
Yeah. He came in halfway through.
Died immediately.
Derp was on through the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
Except for the final book.
I missed the last book.
You missed
I've
the
done
final
that
book due to work.
You didn't
twice.
get to fight God.
I did.
He didn't get to fight God.
Spoiler.
You got to fight God.
I killed God.
It's a Paizo adventure. You always fight God in the end.
I attacked once that entire combat.
If you ain't got a weapon, you got to pick up a rock.
Rock.
The real David and Goliath moment, really.
Yep.
Like the smallest party member, literally killing a god.
Yep. He's right behind you too.
That big red one.
To hawk my ball.
But yeah, you should give it a watch.
Dayhawk.
Give it a watch.
Give it a watch.
Give it a quick gander.
You can see why everyone says my characters die way too quickly.
Yeah. You get to see my favorite character I've ever played. After book 2.
Got it.
Spoilers.
You get to see one of my favorite
I
characters.
didn't
If
specify.
you ever hear me talk about Raz, he's my little man. He's my little man.
He is danger close.
He's
The reason we did consider banning Visions of Danger for a time.
he is actually danger close. He does not care.
Nope. Well, I thank everyone for joining us today, especially my players here, as I
Hi,
do not
Sully.
get to do these very
was good.
often.
And
We do
everyone
miss
else.
Sully. We did not get to. Sully did not get to meet Abel Glade.
Oh, she would have hated her.
Probably.
Also, she would have forgot anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimmy could have maybe killed somebody with her
Babe,
gun.
how are
That
you?
that was a big thing I wanted to happen, was Sully to get to kill someone with her
She
gun.
has. She has killed something. I got really high there for a second, but she has killed something with her gun.
Has she?
Yes, she got the last
He
hit.
also got.
She got a last hit on something. I forgot what it was. It wasn't important, but
I
she'll
don't
tell
remember.
you.
She might remember. Who knows?
She says hi Colby, hi Brett, hi Derp,
Hey.
Hello.
hi Marcus.
Hi.
Shalom.
She's typing. She's typing.
Let's see if she gets it.
No hi for arcades.
I don't get one. Okay. I understand.
No
I'm
hi
usually-
for Corey either.
I understand. I'm behind the
killed
screen
someone.
usually.
With a gun.
She's confessing with
She
With
gun.
a
has-
gun.
We got her! The sting operation finally
It was
worked!
a gug. It was a gug.
Oh, she did get the gug!
Oh, that's why
I got you,
don't
Sully. Don't worry about it.
That's why I don't remember it.
Gug, 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 gug.
Gug.
Go.
Gug, 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 get gug.
I will make sure that these hero points do get moved to, or well, villain points, at least one of them does get moved to AJ because they were 50% off.
Okay.
And I got 2 of them, so one of them will be returning to AJ.
Cool.
Thank you, Arcadis, for running the one shot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was
And
fun.
thank you, Corey, for doing a good
Running
job
boards.
back there. You did
Prepare.
great. I think you saw him fall asleep at some point.
If you would like to know, as just a little fun
He's
fact,
tired.
The art for the gentleman that was at the ending there is actually from the Agents of Edgewatch adventure.
Oh, that one sucks.
Who wants to be guards?
The first book is fun.
The first book's fun. The rest of it is
The
an
first book
interesting
is-
thing.
A really cool call out to true crime, so I really enjoy it. But yeah. Bye. Good night.
If you want, we got our new dice from Easy Roller here. We got some new
Yes.
fun stuff. You can always give us a shout out and support there through our code UGT show at Easy Roller. Ark and Forge showed off all of our super cool art that I pulled together for this, and let me, make all the art stuff for it, all the
It took
backdrops,
3
and all
rolls.
the various ways of showing battle maps. I did not want to run a 40-person encounter in a 15-foot wide hallway, so I decided to do it this way instead, and just try to do more, theater of the mind stuff with it today.
I
Worked
punched
out.
a man.
You did. You punched him so hard he hit the ceiling.
Killed a guy
No,
with
this
a
really
trident.
put a thought into my head. I need to go back to my original idea with MD and have the ruins in the gauntlets. I just like punching people.
Just get a doubling ring, and then
Hey.
you can always have
Yeah.
the gauntlet on, and then whatever weapon you're wielding in the gauntlet.
That was the original plan, and I just had never moved the ruins over from the sword.
Well, that's going to be all for us today this week. Next week, we will have a normal episode of Age of Ashes. Wow, I'm getting back into
Take
it
your
here.
time. Here we go.
It's because we ran the AP
Sully
technically.
says roll a d20.
Why?
She says, quick, Brett, roll a d20.
18.
She-
We'll have an episode of Strange Aeons next week.
did I
with
win?
AJ back hosting, and hopefully Sully will be here.
Strange Ashes.
Strange Ashes. That was the name of this stream, actually, is Strange Ashes.
Age of Aeons.
That
Yeah.
was the ultimate
does she
title.
control
I asked
us?
Corey which he thought sounded cooler, and we
'Cause
went with
she's
Strange Ashes.
so-
And I made a little title card
She
combining
said
the
nice.
both.
Nice.
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 All right.
But that'll be us
Yeah.
for the evening. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for the support.
Yes.
Have a good one.